ahoy and good day once again to ye mateys! I be your very in control and confidently on top of my shit DM Josh the Pirate, and it brings me more joy than receiving a Christmas present from a child whilst dressed as Santa to welcome me back to Corsair's Cove for another adventure in my Candlekeep setting. This is the present they gave me. A little cute. It's a little like...
It's a rock.
It's like a glass rock. It's a glass bead, but it's a huge one. And it's veined with little white stripes. And it's gorgeous. It's really cute. And it's very tactile and quite fun to play with. It's a good fidget. And it was given to me by a little girl called Tilly, who'd driven up from Margaret River that day specifically to see Santa. And she came to the Claremont Quarter and she saw Santa, and I made her afternoon because she made mine. And above me I have my hearty crew, the merry Sir Terris, the jolly Daria, Surname Redacted, the cheery Jess the Queen Binch herself, and the kindly Brendan Ellis. So, let's talk about these wonderful folk, shall we? Also, before we begin, I need to say Pure Error and Sherlock, thank you very much for the follow, you bloody champions. Avast, mateys, you wee scallywags. So guys, who the absolute heck are all of you? Terris, who the heck are you?
Hello, I am Sir Terris, your friendly neighborhood ferret. I pop up around D&D playing things. My brain has shut off. But yes, I play D&D and other TTRPGs on everyone else's channels, but do not stream myself yet, and soon mice.
Nice.
Today I am playing Hjort Horncaller, the Moosator Bard.
Hell yeah. And the through line for this adventure. So Hjort is the only person who's been here for the entire thing and has the vaguest idea what's going on, which is super fun. Hjort was also about to cast a spell, so we'll see how that goes. Daria, who the heck are you?
My name is Daria. I'm an artist. You can see my art here on the channel in terms of emotes and player portraits and all that cool, fun stuff. And usually I'm here playing Humblewood on Thursdays. But today I'm playing Damien Cramp Esquire, and he's a wizard, he's a stinker, and he has a baby.
Yes, whose name we will find out soon.
How dare you suggest that I don't know the name of my baby?
I'm just saying we will
We
tell
didn't
us
suggest that at all, actually.
I didn't suggest that. That came very much out of left
I feel
field.
like you're outing yourself.
I feel like you are implying that I forgot the name and had to go to the vaults to check it.
I'm expecting to find out soon what it is. I can't remember my own self. Not that you can't. I'm sure you can. Jess, who the heck are you?
I'm someone who'd like to tell you about a guilty conscience and how that works, Daria. So, when you forget the name of your child, hi, I'm Jess. I'm the strange little alternative chick that's just gonna frequent this channel, you know, as much as Josh will have me on. Having a good time here for a fun little Christmas. Am I telling you about? Yes, I am. Mrs. Claus, the 7-foot-tall half-orc who favours the form of a small, fluffy white cat who is not very nice to poor old Santa.
Good.
There's not much else to tell about her. She prefers to be a little cat, and don't take that away from her.
Noted. I think I definitely haven't.
Making her turn into an elk and fight people, and maybe she just wants to bite ankles. Did you consider that?
Bro, that's fucked.
Right?
That's strong Redding energy, yeah. I actually think Claus and Redding could get along famously.
Yeah. Might wind up being Redding's only liked friend.
It's like, I don't like people, but this cat's fine. All right, Brendan, who the heck are you?
Hello, I am Brendan. I'm an actor and director, and I, too, like Daria, am usually here on Thursday. I don't like Daria.
No, I was about to say, I'm like, that's weird.
She's famous.
I also like Daria.
I like Daria.
But
She's fine.
But I'm usually here on Thursdays when Humblewood of Monsters and Magic is in season, but it ain't. So I'm here instead. Also, PSA, because I just kind of found this out by accident last week. If you have a D&D Beyond account, they're doing like 20 days of giveaways. They're doing like a little advent calendar thing. Oh. Like most of the things are pretty average, but it's there. So that's check that out.
Thanks.
And I'm playing Redding, who is a human ranger with a gnarly scar, which seems to change origin. And he's a cool guy, and that's me.
Yay.
You do this a lot, actually, when you're describing your characters. You go, and no, I'm out. He's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Brendan. And mesdames, monsieur, dames und herren, and beings of indeterminate gender and persuasion, I be Josh the Pirate. You can find me here on my channel, Corsair's Cove, where I run D&D and other RPG-related games. But you know that, because you've done it already. Good job. Keep joining us. With my lovely wife, Karen, the mother of bunnies, and all my splendid friends. And that's what we're going to be doing for the next little bit, week and a half. Some more Candlekeep Christmas. Karen and I are going to be bringing you more and more with a couple of guest GMs starting on Thursday evening, which is very exciting. The wonderful Ardana will be taking the DM seat. And then for the last little while, we've got a strange little buddy. The wonderful Daria, Surname Redacted, will be taking us through the final adventure. They have snuck in and grabbed the last one again so they can have another festive solstice Christmas party at the end with their sexy voice that they do only when they're DMing.
Only when DMing.
Yeah.
Only then it comes out.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
other times.
expectations about Daria DMing another Christmas party, but I'm really hoping that it's just going to be like a mass funeral. But now it's spoiled it, so now it can't be that.
I heard it's
Sorry.
a boss battle today, so we'll see.
No, it's going to be a wedding that they can't attend.
Yeah.
No.
Right. Now, I do have a couple of things to mention before we continue. Firstly, I must remind our excitable, enticed, and possibly even enraptured audience to please like, follow, and subscribe to all the things, you bloody champions. We have all the exclamation mark socials. We have a YouTube, which is fully up to date, or at least it will be at 10:15 this evening, which is when the next video is scheduled to come out. So pretty much, you watch this stream, and then when it's over, you can go over to YouTube pretty much immediately, at that link in channel right there, and watch yesterday's episode. And boom, you'll be up to date. There's your evening. Fucking done. Planned. You're welcome. We also have a Discord if you want to come and hang out with us there. Ask the cast any questions you may have about their characters. Post pictures of your pets. All those glorious things. We are also spruiking this link to the Ukrainian action appeal, the emergency action appeal for the Ukrainian folks. I don't know if you're aware, there's a war going on there. It's not super great. Other wars have also happened since then, so it's kind of gotten shuffled sideways, like, that's an old war. It's still a war, though. It's still going on. It's happening. So if you wouldn't mind chucking any spare pennies you may have in your charity wallets towards that, the refugees generated by the war that is still very much ongoing would probably appreciate it. So good on you, you bloody champions, and Merry fucking Christmas. We have a couple of exciting things to announce. First of all, Wooten Forge continue to support us. The wonderful Wooten Forge. Check them out at wootenforge.com/Corsairs Cove, and we get a cheeky little kickback, you bloody champions. I don't shill, but I do have bills. They create some of WA and possibly even the world's finest handcrafted wooden tabletop accessories, like this gorgeous Jara Dice Keeper, which is laser engaged on the leather as well. And Terris won one in the prize giveaway we had in September. It arrived very recently because Australia Post is slow, as am I. And the other people we're affiliated with somewhat more recently is Troll Lord Games, and they're a splendid bunch of individuals as well. You can check them out at trolllord.com, and if you check out trolllord.com/shop, and one of you gets a little bit lucky tonight, you could be in the draw to win a prize for the trolllord.com/shop. Because we have a giveaway tonight and every other night of the Candlekeep Christmas. We will be doing a giveaway. They have given us some wonderful giveaway codes so we can get $10 off any product on their digital store. And I'm going to hit that giveaway now. So create and start. Boom! So if anybody would like to type !ticket in chat, you go into the draw to win a Troll Lord Games voucher. How exciting! They create some fantastic systems. The Castles and Crusades system is their primary, but they have others as well, and all of their wonderful stuff can be purchased on their store. Check that shit out. I think that's about all the things I need to shill for tonight. So, what else do we need to talk about? We need a bit of a recap. Terris, what the absolute heck has happened in the last couple of episodes, because Damien, Claus, and Redding haven't the faintest idea what's going on.
Right. So, to start out, we were at the Candlekeep, and the lovely elderly fellow whose name escapes me. He's a dragonborn, I think, or a dragon.
Yes.
The bookworm. Yes, the bookworm told us that we needed to go into the middle of the Tangle Pines?
Yes.
forest along the route there to try to find out where the books that were just recently purchased and or retrieved had gone because they were overdue. So we got blamfed down there, looked around, found a tavern, and were told that a very strange fellow called Frank and Stein, Dr. Stein, had made some monstrosities out in the woods that generally kept the road safe, but he was away for a while and strange things were happening. People were going missing, caravans and the like. One gentleman called Nippolonius said that his entire family had disappeared. There were 3 other travelers. We made friends. We drank ale. I believe we ate food, and then we saw something shiny as we were going to look for the books and found a pouch full of what do you call that?
Gold?
Chainmail pouch full of coins.
Yep.
As we're looking at the chainmail pouch full of coins that were in amongst some bodies that had, well, skeletons, I should say, that had no legs, we were accosted by some strange creatures. These creatures were albors and fropians, amalgamations unholy in nature that should not exist and did a lot of damage to us.
And now don't exist.
Hjort, deciding that they really shouldn't exist, turned the barbarian into a sperm whale and crushed everybody, thereby knocking himself out and turning the barbarian back into not a sperm whale. Though, and after that we did win the day. Started cooking up some albor, and as the albor was being cooked, one of our party members got adiosed and a new one showed up.
The barbarian.
The barbarian, yes, the barbarian. Disappeared and a new fellow showed up, which was...
Holly Sprinkles.
Holly Sprinkles. Other things happened. Realized river was straight. Things were weird. Ran into Dr. Stein, who said that he had come back from vacation, had somehow lost his tower and his half-brother, who we learned was at the tavern. We'd already met him. So we went back to the bartender at the tavern, which was weird. According to Dr. Stein. So we went back to the tavern, and long story short, we were headed back to the tavern, and Holly, who was holding the bag of coins, got bitten by a bunch of coins. Turns out those coins were baby mimics. A fight ensued in which probably the gentlest fight in D&D history ensued, in which many baby mimics were tossed into a temporary river to float away and not be a problem anymore. 2 of these creatures were tamed by Hjort and... Jesus. Kevin, and I don't know what Jesus named his.
I don't remember.
But Hjort has Kevin. They headed down to the tavern that they found out was the mother mimic. And that the people in the tavern were just illusion, essentially. We decided that we were going to try and put as much inorganic material into the tavern mimic as we could to make it regurgitate the books of ours that it had
eaten,
presumably consumed. And the autonome Bard was going to go in there, and Hjort was going to turn her into another sperm whale, but a mechanical one, because that's how autonomes work, apparently. But as oh god, what's her name? Jenny, the autonome, was doing her creation thing to make a very large rock, and was covered in Pepto-Bismol, don't ask. As this was occurring, she got blamped out, and somebody else is now in the middle of this hostile mimic tavern.
Well, I want to be clear that the Mimic Tavern is not actually hostile. She got sat up at the bar and she was being offered a drink. It wasn't being hostile. It's currently digesting the people you had lunch with. It's full.
Right.
Or at least 3 of the 4 of them. It's also, Lorite does point out in chat, you also figured out what was up with all the legs going missing, because all the corpses...
Oh, yes.
That's the worst. I think probably the worst part of the whole business is that...
the tavern has legs. Many of them taken from previously devoured friends.
And
They're
it's
just
running...
collecting.
Yeah. It's very much Rincewind's chest running around on loads of tiny legs. That's pretty much exactly what happened. Nice, Terris. Thank you. There you are, all caught up.
And it was almost linear.
It was almost, yeah. Look at that beautiful ferret. Oh, it's a microbiologist. A wild microbiologist has appeared.
Hello.
I forgot to do
We love you,
it.
Jason.
I actually thought about doing it. I didn't. I need to change the date. And I looked at it and I was like, you should do that. And I didn't actually do it. There you go. 6th day of Candlekeep. Boom. So, I think that was wonderful, and we should get on with it. So, may your loot be non-carnivorous, and all your ingenious plans not be rudely interrupted, as we head tremulously at first, and then with mounting heat and passion into the Candlekeep.
Yay!
So, mateys, we return to a small clearing in the Tanglepine Forest, which contains a cozy little tavern about a quarter-mile from the road. The building is constructed in the Tudor style, dark wooden beams separated by elegant expanses of white plaster. However, the windows have all been broken in, and a fair amount of dirt has apparently been chucked on the walls. Despite this, there would seem to be something of a celebration going on within. Lively music is playing, and a babble of voices can be heard. Bright, swirling green lights flicker and fade, leaving Redding and Mrs. Claus standing on either side of Hjort Horncaller, who is looking with a degree of trepidation in at the doorway, which has it's sort of half ajar, so you can't really see in, but a little bit of green light does flash out from inside as well. Mrs. Claus and Redding, you are there.
Yacht. Claws? Is it claws?
Got it. Got him one.
Yeah. Yacht. I noticed there isn't any green glowing shit around you. What the fuck's happening?
Haunted house?
Not quite. That's a mimic.
That's a house.
That's a mimic.
That's a house.
Mimic.
Maybe, I guess
Tavern.
it's both? Is it both?
It's both. Jenny.
Isn't there
was
usually
in
a
there.
4th? Where's Jenny?
In there.
Jenny's.
Is the door open? I want to try and peer through and see.
A little
if
bit,
Jenny's
yeah.
there.
Okay.
Redding, you can make a perception check.
Okay.
Have guidance. I think I have guidance. Have guidance.
Thanks. That's a D4, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh, squeaking.
A 19 plus...
Make it better.
Ooh, 23.
Yeah.
Redding, sneaking a look in, you do not see Jenny anywhere. However, there is a familiar-looking tiefling sitting up at the bar.
Oh, that bastard's there!
Oh no.
Pardon me. Damien, the green lights swirl around you as you find yourself seated at the bar in a pleasant-looking tavern. The barkeep, a slender human man of middling years with an apron over his well-made clothes and the thick mutton chops adorning his cheeks, grins over the bar at you. Ah, a new customer! Pleased to make your acquaintance. Welcome! First one's on the house, and he slams a tankard down in front of you, its contents sloshing over the rim slightly. A roar of approval rings out from the other patrons, who all seem to be having a splendid time. There is about a dozen of them. A quick glance around the room reveals that despite the fire in the hearth, which burns smokelessly, the room is rather cold and the air is a little stale. A half-dozen tables are scattered around, and a half-orc dressed mostly in old belts plays a violin in the corner with more gusto than skill, to which several other guests are dancing. The only thing really out of the ordinary is that the seat of the chair that you are sitting in has a strange pink residue on it that smells slightly of mint.
How does it taste? Is it delicious?
It tastes like Pepto-Bismol.
I had that yesterday. Well, good sir, how about a little carrot juice for my companion? And Damien gestures. Damien is a tiefling, by the way, tiefling wizard, adorned in a fancy suit. And next to him, where he gestures, is a toddler goblin sitting in a metal stroller with spikes, and a part of the stroller that goes up and down is like a metal helmet that just can cover the entire baby. The toddler, since it's been a year, and goblins apparently reach adulthood at 8. It's pretty much like it can talk and walk a little bit now.
Yep.
And the goblin is also wearing a little suit. So Damien gestures like to my dear companion here, please, some carrot juice, good sir.
Of course. And yeah, carrot juice is duly provided in a bottle. Like he screws. It's a wooden tankard, but he screws on a nipple. And it's like it's still got the handle and everything. He's like, there you go.
Good service. I will make sure to write a good review for you on Shouto. So I'll keep that in mind.
Oh, it's very kind of you, sir. The name's John Joe. What's yours, sir?
Oh, my name is Damien Cramp Esquire. Here's my calling card for the morally correct company, MKK. Anyway, this is my company vice president, Equity. Say hi, Equity.
That was it.
And
yes. Well done. Equity.
Yeah, and we as we sip on our beverages, Damien says, I can't help but notice that we have been teleported in here. I hope I didn't teleport on top of some sentient slime. What is this?
No. The girl who was there before you seem to have changed places or something. She was covered in that. Sorry about that. He actually gets he pulls a towel off his shoulder, like a hand towel, and says, "Here you go. You can sit on that if you like. Or you just have a bloody other seat if you want." So yeah, that's where Damien is. Redding, you can see.
So that bastard Damien's in there with his bloody baby,
Oh.
and he's just having a drink. They're both having drinks.
Hjort? Was Damien with you before?
No.
So...
How am I supposed to make a mech whale if there's no mech to make it out of?
Damien doesn't know that's a
fucking what?
mimic.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
Hey, reading aloud.
Yeah, what? No, wait, go back to that.
I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I feel like I've got to defer to you. I've got to take your lead on this one, mate.
Could we pass her a note? Him a note. I'm sorry.
We could.
I'm not
Better
going
yet,
anywhere.
Damien!
All right.
Did I hear something? Equity,
No.
did you hear something?
You do not.
This is delicious.
Damien!
It's good, isn't it? I got the recipe from a Goliath gentleman earlier this morning. A lovely chap suggested I try some of my own berries in it, so I did, and it's actually quite pleasant, I think. Makes for quite a nice sour.
Hjort is going to suggest that, I don't think he can hear me. I think that somebody's going to need to go in and inform him of the situation.
I don't particularly like that.
Yeah, look, I can do it. Just give me a sec.
If only somebody had message.
I do.
Most useful spell.
Oh, this is so
The
good
one
right
time you
now.
do have it, and it's not useful.
I tell you what, I even have sending, bitch.
Ooh.
Oh dear.
Well, I've got a fucking dragon, and I'm gonna get her out right now.
Jenny does.
Redding gets a stone out of his pack and starts rubbing it, and it blue. It's gonna have blue scales on it start to appear, and then a crack appears in the middle of the stone, and a baby blue dragon hatches out of it, and then rapidly grows until it is about the size of a person, horizontal.
With little wings.
With wings, with functional wings.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
Hello, love. He gives the dragon a little rub behind the horn. Right. Okay. I'm going in then, am I? Are we trying to kill the thing, Hjort? What?
We
what
wanted
are we
to
doing?
throw up first to get our books.
What?
The best way to do that would be to fill it full of inorganic material.
So this is where the books went.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they think
Are
so.
we sure that the books just aren't inside it somewhere? Can we not just pick them up?
Well, when I asked it about, I believe he asked someone about books. Maybe not the mimic.
Do mimics have guts? Like, maybe is there a basement?
I'm not going
Do
there.
mimics shit?
It is. Yes, they do. It is a 3-story building. Well, it's 2 stories, and then there is quite a high gabled roof. So there is rooms in the attic as well. So it's quite a large building. It's probably about 100 feet long and 30 feet wide. In fact, for Damien's sake more than anybody else, this is what the interior looks like of the ground floor. And Damien is sitting at the bar, and you are all looking out the door, looking in through the door, which is behind Damien. So in the north wall at the far end of it. There is Damien wouldn't be aware of how large the building is on the outside, but the room Damien is in is only actually about 80 feet long.
So for Damien, this looks like just a normal tavern, nothing out of place.
Nope.
Being a cool ass wizard, would my knowledge of Arcana set me off in any way, or I'm just chilling?
I think the big thing is, you know, that when you get teleported by the Candlekeep, it's normally to a place where an adventure is in progress. Or supposed to begin, and you wake in a tavern and none of your mates are there, which is not sort of standard operating procedure. So if anything is out of the ordinary, is the fact that you're not with anybody else you know, other than Equity. But unless it would occur to Damien to go, well, okay, what's fucking weird about this place? Because nothing seems weird about this place.
If nothing seems weird,
What would
perception
Damien's
check
passive
on...
arcana be?
What is passive arcana? 10 plus my int?
Yes. Well, passive
14.
10 plus your arcana score.
10 plus my arcana, that's 17.
17. You do get... This place is magically a little off. It's only because the wizard is there to sense this. But yeah, this is... What is your school of magic?
A necromancy.
Oh, yeah. Actually, then yes, you absolutely
There's
would
so many guys downstairs.
No, this place has the vibe of failed necromancy. There is a strong sense of failed necromancy around this place, particularly centered on Jonjo, the barman.
Ooh, okay. Well, I am in possession of spells like summon undead, for example. Does he look undead? Is there any like presence of he's dead? Like and this is like a reanimated corpse kind
This
of
would
thing?
be that would be an active Arcana check.
I'll give it a look-see. If I sense someone failing my good. Oh, it's still 17.
17. Yeah, this thing is not undead, but you also don't think it's a person.
Uh-huh.
Also, reading aloud, you missed the arrival of your bought NPC, Nippolonius. He was in the adventure earlier. Don't worry, he is
Great
still alive,
fucking
however.
name.
I know, right?
That Nippolonius is very good.
Nippolonius was played as an Astarian knockoff as well, which was quite fun.
Nice.
Damien,
even though there's presence of like undead, there's nothing like bad happening. So Damien would just like look around and see if any of the patrons look familiar. Do any of them look like someone from the Candlekeep that I know? So like.
Yep, absolutely. You can make a perception or insight if it's better.
Perception or insight. Both are at 0. So let's go. Oh, natural 20 though.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay. So no, you do not recognize any of these people. However, they are a slightly odd bunch of folks. The standard makeup of any tavern you would anticipate being roughly 50-50 male, female, maybe a little bit more men than women. There is exactly one woman in this room, and there are 12 people. It's just an unusual gender split. Most of these people have the vibe of guards or just fighters, professional soldiers. Just not as common for women as men in that profession. The few who do not have that vibe have the vibe of merchants, would be your guess. So there is probably 2 or 3 who look quite merchanty. The rest definitely have guard vibes, particularly the orc in the corner playing the violin badly. Yeah, he looks like he walked right in off a caravan. He is no bard, and even your classically trained ear can tell that man has no business playing a musical instrument. So, no one you recognize. A nat 20, however, you would notice the door is open, and you can possibly see, let us say, for the sake of expediency, you can see Redding staring in. You do actually have
Damien
a look
turns.
around it. Yeah.
I was just about to come in anyway, so I will take my cue. I'll kind of look at the others, like, and then
No.
I will walk in. Sarah will stay behind, and I'll go. Oh, Damo! I've been looking for you.
Redman, let's go. How
Hello.
are you?
Good to see
hello,
ya.
hi.
Welcome, first
G'day.
drinks on the house, and he plants down a tankard in front of you, Redding.
Oh, I would fucking love to. Just a minute.
Says all of the
Damo,
bar.
could I have a word with you outside for just a
Of
sec?
course. Should I take equity with me?
Yes.
Okay. We'll be right back.
Yeah, you should.
The barman says, I was like, oh, there's no need to go outside. I'll give you a moment over here. I'll just go and clean some glassware.
Oh no, there was something outside that I actually wanted to show you, Damo.
Did you park wrong again? I'll help you.
Yeah. I was
the door-
just waiting for a mate.
The door slams closed.
Okay, they're going to die.
Well,
That's in character, by the way.
On second thought, we can stay and chat here. I don't see why not. What the fuck is
Oh,
happening?
all right. You make a convincing argument. I go over to the bar and I.
The barman does not like gesture, and the door slams closed.
Yeah.
The door just slams closed. John Joe does not appear to notice at all. He has gone to the other end of the bar to give you some space to chat.
Oh, I imagine that I just kind of like went into the doorway, so I am just gonna take a couple steps back and try the door.
Nope, it is definitely locked.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, who am I to say no to a pint, to a free pint?
And in fact, Redding, it doesn't move at all. It's not even like you can't even jiggle
Yeah.
it. It's like there isn't a door there.
Is there no seam anymore?
No. It looks like it, but it's like a tile. You know, there's a hole, but there's no. It's filled in somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And Mrs. Claus and Hjort, you see the door slam close as if a strong breeze. And, yeah. There is, however, plenty of points of egress because all the windows are missing because Gazoos broke them all.
Well, they're going to die.
Mrs. Claus.
So there are like open windows.
Technically all the windows lack full glass on the southern side. No, the northern side.
Right, okay.
Of which there are 3, let us say.
Yes,
you're
you're-
potentially smarter than I, but
I doubt it.
we should try to rescue them before they end up digested.
Should we knock? Without
Yes.
waiting, she's gonna knock.
The door... so, just checking what Redding and Damien have done
Sorry.
in this time. Redding has headed over to the bar to get a free pint.
Yeah, like there would be a look between Red and Damien, but I feel like it would be pretty mutual of like, well,
Fuck it.
since we're trapped
yeah.
here, we may as well drink.
As we sit down and Damien and Reading drinks, Damien's like, yeah, so this place, call me crazy, call me strange, but this kind of doesn't look like a normal tavern.
Oh, yeah, no, that's because it's a mimic.
And the guy is like a limb of a mimic, like a Muppet.
I don't fucking know. Hjort was the one who told me. Hjort, hilariously enough, is the most informed person here.
That is very scary. What's the mission?
There are books that are in this place from Candlekeep, so we just need to get the books. There was something to do with like digestion and like literal shit. Like I literally just got here.
Mrs.
So-
Claus, the door opens and allows you to enter.
Oh, I don't go in.
Sure.
Do we notice the door?
Yes.
Oh look, I mean, there's a. Maybe we should go.
Where should we go? Honestly, the place is pretty good. Maybe we should explore a little.
You know what? I'm actually down for that. I'm fine with that. Hey, Sarah. And Sarah, the dragon who was waiting outside, is
Sort
gonna
of
like.
slithers in through Mrs. Claus's
Yeah.
legs.
Oh, she's a medium creature, so probably not unless Mrs. Claus is gigantic.
She's
I'm
fairly
7 foot
big.
tall.
She's 7 foot tall.
Maybe.
Yeah,
But
It's
yeah,
really low.
definitely like Claus has to sort of get out of her way a bit. It's like a like when a dog walks between your legs. But yeah,
Yes,
like a
yeah.
Labrador-sized dog
Like a
walks between like,
Labrador,
oop, fucking,
yeah.
I didn't want to ride today. But yeah, yeah, the wings are a bit uncomfortable as they hit you, but as you go through. But yeah, she slithers on through between your legs, Claus. And Hjort and Claus are still outside.
Reading.
Yeah.
Damien. I think it's important that you both come outside. You may not like what I'm about to do. Otherwise,
What are you about to do? Actual question. Damien is a learned idiot. Can I attempt a check on knowledge as to how mimics keep things? Like as to like, can we just like find the books and interior and take them?
Sure.
Or
Yeah,
be-
please do a nature or history.
Okay, I have history. I'm a history boy. 15.
Yep. They eat anything organic.
Which
Though
is books could be organic.
books
Paper
generally
and
are
leather?
paper, yeah, leather. So yeah. However, magic books, spell books, tend not to be. As in, tend to be a little bit more resistant to that sort of thing. Mimics, famously, acid is the main sort of damage factor that they have, as in terms of magical damage. So a lot of things tend to be digested. The leavings of a mimic tend to be skeletal, not sort of ribs, and it'll be ribs and bones and completely untarnished bits of metal.
So if the
pretty
books
much
are
everything
in
else.
here for a long time, they'd be pooped out, and we would need to look in the poop of the mimic to find them.
Or if it's still in the stomach, you could maybe make it vomit. However, this thing seems to digest things relatively quickly. Every couple of days, the books went missing 5 days ago, so if it had passed them, it would have passed them by now. However, Hjort did identify that they are inside the mimic.
With locate object?
Yes.
Because I also have it just in
Yeah.
cases.
Also, Mrs. Claus, it is worthy to note that 2 massive purple tendrils, they're not purple actually, they're made of wood. It is the frame around the door sort of suddenly lashes out, peels down and grapples you and pulls you in through the door.
Oh, hi.
And
Do you
then
want short in too?
just pops you on the shoulder, just like taps you on the head, and goes back to being doorway. It was just like, come on, if you're coming in, come in. It didn't hurt you in any way, but it very much brought you inside.
Hey guys, permission to try something?
You're alright.
Alright, I was gonna say, you don't have to eat us. There's gonna be plenty more travelers where we came from. And we're honestly only after the books that you ate a few days back. I don't know if they're still around, but that's all that we're after. I was hoping that maybe we could just take them and go along our merry way. Happy to send the nearest, most annoying travelers in your direction. And I'm gonna try to cast Charm Monster.
Okay.
Ooh,
Wisdom save.
Uh-huh.
that's good.
Feels like an awful idea, but it also feels like the only idea.
What
Oh,
is
it's very
the
good.
Not get
what is the DC?
It's an 11.
Oh wow, okay, yeah, no, it passed.
Oh, it was worth a shot. Well, what I said stands anyway.
I was gonna say, does passing the spell invalidate a pretty reasonable argument?
It is a reasonable argument. I will allow a persuasion check.
Yeah. 15. Virtual tabletop not found? Did you get the roll?
I saw it, yeah, don't worry.
Okay, cool.
I didn't see the first, but I got a second one. Yeah, there's another little one, but apparently, yeah.
Oh no, the first one was from a while ago.
All right, okay.
I accidentally
Yeah.
clicked it.
Yeah, weird. What book? Where? I will travel. I'll bring you snacks. Yes, exactly. No, it's a good logical argument, but the tavern does not. The tavern is still. Apparently, everybody in the tavern, at least, seems still very much valiantly to be pretending like there are real people. So yeah, Hjort, you are outside now, alone. Everybody else who just appeared seem to be very keen to go in or have no choice in the matter. I'm assuming Hjort is a little bit beyond the doorway.
Hjort is a little bit beyond the doorway, and he is going to address the mimic as well.
Uh-huh.
He is going to... The mimic, if it can sense magic, would feel him radiating with magic.
Yep.
As he is sort of side-eyeing it, and he's just, look, you will release my friends and the books, or a tragedy beyond your wildest imagination will befall you. Are you familiar with Moonbeam?
It doesn't say anything.
Your little facade will be washed away.
Make an insight check.
Insight.
Inside the tavern.
Yeah.
19?
The tavern bizarrely has an air of belligerence about it.
No.
More like
I
bring
don't
it.
want to.
He'll do it then.
Very well.
Will this hurt my friends?
Might do.
Let's find out.
Let's find out.
Okay, 3rd level moonbeam.
Ooh, Terris.
Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, you cast the 3rd level
Con
moonbeam.
save.
No, because the moonbeam strikes a magical barrier that appears just above the tavern. A glowing bubble of white, goldy white, like light gold runes appear in the air where the moonbeam strikes, and it fails to do anything. It stops about 3 feet short of the walls of the tavern. It's very similar to the last one, but not exactly the same.
Can we see Hewart cast magic when we're inside? Can we see?
You might see it, you can't hear it.
Okay. Can I message Hewart?
Yep.
David will message Hewart and say, that was very cool looking, but I have a feeling that our best way to attack or find anything is from outside, because
Yes.
looks here kind of strong. So maybe we should, fuck up the intestines with a little bit of magic IBS. You know what I mean? Wink,
Coming
wink.
in. Coming in.
Hjort enters the building, the doorway opens. Hjort, you notice that the doorway has teeth. But it doesn't immediately start chewing on you as you enter.
Also,
it-
I want to do a thing for flavor right now because
Yep.
I realize that it is winter. As Short wanders in, he actually forgets that he is antlered, and as he does,
Fair.
he actually smacks his antlers into the door frame,
Oh.
which makes them fall off because he's shedding them, and
Oh.
just 24 mice evacuate the antlers and run up into his backpack.
Oh,
as this
so
goes.
they're inside the mimic too. Cool. You know what, Hjort? Roll me a d6.
Damage to the doorway.
Either that or it's how many
3.
mice get eaten.
3. Noted.
That's not a good sign.
Yeah.
Maybe. You don't know that. Okay.
Bits off the mice.
So all 4 of you are now within the tavern. Plus equity.
Well-
And some mice.
And
And
a baby
Sarah.
mimic.
And, so,
And
yeah.
and
Mimic
Kevin.
inside a
Kevin.
mimic?
There's a lot.
And a cat.
Yeah.
And a partridge in a
In a pear tree, yeah.
Mrs. Claus is not in there anymore. There's just a white
There's a
cat.
white cat.
Wait,
Valid.
partridge? Delicious.
The
In that case,
Uh-huh.
can I cast locate object
you certainly
to
can.
find books from Candlekeep?
Yep. These books were actually for Candlekeep, not from Candlekeep. These are new books. But yes, if you look for a large quantity of books, you will find them. They are down. Oh no, sorry, up. They are up.
Up. Is there a staircase leading up?
Does not appear to be in this room.
Uh-huh. John, Mr. Doe, is there other rooms upstairs? I'm
It's-
kind of tired.
It's John Joe. It's all one name. John Joe Star is the surname,
John Joe.
actually. John Joe. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Well,
Star with 2
other-
R's. It's a bit early to be renting out a room, but of course, if you're interested, you're welcome to stick around as long as you like, aren't they, everyone? And the entire room the crowd goes still. They're fixed. Their smiles sort of fixed on their faces. They all seem to be looking at the four of you rather intently. Then their smiles sort of start to widen until they take up a lot more space than their mouths would normally allow. Teeth poking out at strange angles from their mouths, and fleshy purple tongues snaking out lasciviously. They all walk calmly to the edge of the room and sit watching you. Then you notice other sets of eyes. A couple of tables blink up at you, a stool with pink fluid dripping from its seat, and a handsome mirror adorning one wall. All seem to have sprouted far more eyes and teeth than they usually require. Even the row of tankards along the bar now seem to be taking a keen and unhealthy interest in you. Can you please roll initiative?
What about the tankards that we're holding and currently drinking from? Do those have eyes as well?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Cool.
Oh, sweet. That's a natural 20 for me.
Upon
Damien.
seeing them, can the cat just sigh and turn back into a half-orc? Is that allowed?
Yeah, I'll allow a free action to do that.
Thank you.
13.
A 19 for Claws, a 13 for Hjort, and Redding gets a
natural
6. Don't worry,
Hey.
you all go before everything else, because I rolled a 2.
Oof.
And I'm just going to do all the enemies at once. You are within a mimic. The mimic is, interestingly enough, its own lair.
Cool beans.
So, you are within a mimic, and it's looking pretty hostile. John Joe has gone pretty much stationary behind the bar. He is sort of you know how they, just have a towel and wipe the glass? He is mid that action, but he's just sort of standing there smiling at you. His mouth sort of drips down his neck a little bit, and there is a tongue just sticking out a little bit of dribble licking off it. Damien, what do you do?
Yeah. So, enemies, for now they are in front of us.
Best as you can tell, the enemies that you are currently having to deal with are a trio of tables. Sorry, a pair of tables, a stool, the one that you were sitting on, and on the end wall of the tavern, next to the bar, there is a mirror that is blinking somewhat aggressively at you, if blinks can be aggressive. And then there is a line of tankards along the bar, all of which seem to have sprouted eyes as well. Everything else in here that is sort of people appear to have gone very still. They are definitely watching you, but it feels like the tavern itself. They don't appear to be aggressive towards you.
So, how many of these alive and hostile parts can I get into a 40-foot cube?
Ooh, all but one of the tables, probably. However, all of your mates are also within that cube.
Oh, that's fine, because creatures of my choice, but also
Great.
6 creatures of my choice.
Great.
So I'll choose 6 fuckers, the bigger the better, and I will cast slow.
Wow, love it. So you are
So
casting
that's
slow.
a wisdom save.
Yes. Slow on 6 of the things. There are 6 enemies within this creatures of your
Beautiful.
choice. There are functionally 6 of them. No, I apologize. There are 7. Can I get, reading aloud, can you roll me a D7 in chat, please? And the one you roll will be that one will not get it cast on. And I will start making some wisdom saves.
Yep. Please do.
I
My
think
DC
a
is
bunch of
15.
mimics would not have higher wisdom.
Just no D. Yeah, a couple of them have okay wisdom.
My
No
DC
D?
is 15.
We don't have the D.
So-
It's just roll !7. There you go.
Yeah,
A 7. Very well. So one of the sets of the tankards are swarms. And one of the swarms of tankards doesn't get slowed. I'm doing biggest to smallest. So the biggest got a 15.
Yeah,
I
that
think I need
saves.
17. Oh, was that the number I needed?
My DC is 15, yeah.
Okay, cool. But one of the tables failed.
Sweet.
The other two tables, the other table and the stool also failed. But both sets of tankards, all the tankards are fine. So all of the major pieces of furniture are slowed.
Sweet. 3.
2 tables and the stool. Very nice, Damien. Anything else?
Well, that's my action. Can I, because I'm holding concentration, can I retreat to a part of the tavern where I'm least attackable?
You would be in threat of at least one set of tankards. And the stool, probably.
No.
And a stool, probably. Well, then I'll just hanker up behind the stroller with equity, and
I will
and
give
just,
you partial cover.
Thank you.
From hiding behind, and I imagine you put down Equity's hood, the adamantine stroller hood. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you tell any of us that you cast locate objects and where that pointed to?
Yes, I pointed up and I asked where the staircase up is. Yeah.
In fairness, Cycle, it
That's
is a
my turn.
goblin. Very well. It's very Damien, yes. Claws, it is your turn.
All right, so Claus is going to take a little sneaky look around and just... You don't have to do this, you know. It's a much easier way to settle it. You and
Literally,
your friends don't have to die.
literally every single mouth in the room, as unison, goes, tasty.
Telling you I taste like shit. So a 20-foot cube.
Sure.
Would I be able to
to a
cut
side
how
or
many...
radius or diameter?
Each object in a 20-foot cube, so I
Yep.
assume
Okay, that's diameter. Yep.
Yeah,
So many cubes.
would I be able
Most
to...
of this is happening at the western end of the thing.
Would I be able to hit the mimic, the house itself with this by basically clipping it through the floor, through the
Pretty
wall?
much anything, yeah. If you hit the floor at all, or the walls, or the bar, yes.
Excellent. So I'd like to get as many enemies as possible in this 20-foot cube, inclusive of
Yep.
the bar or the whatevers. And I'm going to need them to make a dex save as they start glowing in a green and red, very Christmassy light. They start twinkling with Christmas lights.
Dancing
as I
lights.
cast Fairy Fire.
Very far, okay. And that's everybody,
Nice.
right?
As many as I can fit in a 20-foot cube.
Yeah, that would be, I would say, all but one of the tables. Yeah.
And that's dex save.
Yep.
It's DC 11
And
though.
because it's a dex save, they
Slow.
have
Disadvantage.
yes.
Because of slow.
Oh, I like
So
that.
the furniture has slow, so I'm going to roll for the furniture first. The 4, probably not.
The furniture has slow.
One of the tables got a 19.
As the table does the splits.
With disadvantage. One of the second slow table managed to pass the dancing lights. The other one, the stool failed. Then the mirror on the wall passed.
Okay.
One of the tankards passed. 2 of the tankards passed, but one of them fails.
And does the house itself?
The house itself basically can't succeed. It can't dodge something that's happening inside of it.
Excellent. So the house is also aglow.
A little bit glowy.
Fire.
Yeah. It's very Christmassy in here right now. I'm gonna rule that garlands of Christmas lights spread along the walls. As an
This guy
effect
gets
of this. It's very, very cool. Love it.
Any
Anything
attack
else?
roll against it has
Has
advantage
advantage.
if the attacker can see it.
Yep,
And
love it.
it cannot benefit from being invisible. That was a really weird noise coming out of my mouth.
The tavern is not going to turn invisible on you, I promise.
That would be upsetting.
You're just floating 3 feet off the ground with a bunch of legs underneath you.
Likely thing for me to do.
Yep. Anything else?
Oh yes, as a bonus action, Mrs. Claus is going to lean forward as her hands are going to hit the ground. Her tendons are going to start to snap, and she's going to pop and crack as she is going to grow in size and transform into a giant elk.
Lovely. Very Christmassy.
And I can hold concentration through that.
Yeah, you can. Very well. Next up is Hjort.
My moonbeam outside, I can't bring it inside, right?
You can try.
Can I try and bring the moonbeam inside?
It bounced off the warding.
Okay, so no.
I'll tell you for free it won't work.
I will just recast Moonbeam inside. Oh, what's your ruling on that? Can you cast Moonbeam inside?
You absolutely can.
I've had some DMs say you can't, so
No.
I like to.
Oh no, it
okay
destroyed a ceiling in Midnight of Madness.
Excellent. Let me get back to my thingy.
It's a 40-foot pillar of a thing. Yeah.
So yeah, another third level Moonbeam.
Where are you plonking that shit?
Where it will do the most damage to other things and not my friends.
It's a 5-foot thing, so it occupies one space. So there are 2 tables, a chair, 2 tables, a stool, and a bunch of tankards along the bar, each occupying one space. There is also a mirror on the wall that you probably could get, though shining a bright, radiant, damaging light at a mirror. Your call.
One of the tables was not affected by slow, right?
Correct. No, all of the tables were affected by slow. One of them wasn't affected by the dancing lights.
Fairy fire.
Fairy fire.
Okay, I'll take that one.
Okay, you do that.
And potentially the floor as well, if possible.
I mean, it's going to get the floor, yeah.
Yep, so that is a con save from both of those things. Well, one of those things. Whatever. Those things.
The tavern itself passes, but the table does not.
Excellent.
The tavern has a fairly high con.
Hang on, wait a minute, because I think...
Fun sentences, I love mimics.
So I put it down.
Did you just read Zach's thing?
Yes.
When a creature enters the spell's area for the first time or starts its turn there.
Yeah.
So, yep, okay.
This would constitute its first turn, for the first time. However, I don't then roll on my turn as well.
A shape changer, which I believe a mimic is, also makes its saving throw with disadvantage.
Oh, that is valid. Fair.
Don't
actually,
hit me with Moonbeam.
Actually still passes.
Okay. So that is 3d10 radiant damage, 23.
23.
And anything that is fails reverts to its original form and can't resume a different form until it leaves the spell's light.
Yep.
Nice.
The table definitely takes some damage there. And yeah, it thrashes. It doesn't so much lose its form as it goes absolutely wild. It's clearly not a table, but bits of table, like the legs are like, "Rah!" It's more like an angry bug that's shaped like a table. But it's very much not doing a good job of pretending to be a table right now.
Yep. Furthermore, the tavern itself will take half damage.
Yes, yeah, done.
Yep. Excellent. That's my action.
Lovely.
And I believe that means Moonbeam stays up as well, unless I'm damaged.
It's a concentration thing, yeah.
Yep. So, with my bonus action, everyone's probably not injured. I am going to pay. I'm going to bardically inspire Mrs. Claus. He's just going to go, "You got this, kitty."
Nothing bad's gonna happen.
Moo! Says Mrs. Claus. Cool. And I am assuming Hjort, who is standing pretty close to the door is closed, and it's, let's be honest, not actually a door right now. It just looks like one.
He's going to move a little bit away from those teeth.
Fair. The moonbeam is I want to be clear, on the table closest to the end of the room.
Okay.
Yep.
Terris, Zach thinks you should set up a trick shot with the mirror to hit a different enemy for a cool combo.
Yeah.
My problem is, what if it hits one of you?
Zach says nothing bad will happen. Zach says it'll work.
He's very confident, yeah.
I think do it.
You what?
Please don't hit me with Moonbeam. I'm a shape changer.
Now. Cool. Then it's Redding's turn. And Sarah.
Okay. Can I just clarify, is the tavern itself a target?
Yep.
For the
If you want.
purposes of... Okay. I don't, but I wanted to clarify that. Am I within melee of the table that has been fairyfied and slow?
You can be very easily.
I don't want to be. Yeah.
I will say that you are not. I think you and Damien were at the bar, so you are about 10 feet away from it.
Yeah.
You're in
Brilliant.
threat with some tankards.
That's so fine. In fact, I will try to glass. Well, I want to let go of the tankard that I'm currently. Yeah. So I
You
will try to
somewhat
glass a
aggressively
tankard
drop
with
it
my
as a
tankard.
free anchor. As a free action, you can drop the tankard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, you can't.
That's what I thought.
You
that
try
mean
and it
that-
doesn't. The handle is still attached to your palm.
Okay. Does that prevent me from using my primary weapon, the longbow?
I would say if you wanted to make an attack action with... So, for funsies, I'll tell you, Gazeus was attacked by a swarm of baby mimics, and he got rid of them by punching a tree. And they were swarming up his arms, and he just sort of shook them off violently by punching a tree. And I basically just called the damage he did getting rid of them damage. So if you wanted to, say, actually do the thing you said, glass the tankards with the other tankard as one of your actions, I would say you could do that. You are currently holding it, so it's an improvised weapon.
Glass a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. I mean, either another mug or the counter itself.
Yep. I'd go for the other mugs. Better for you to do the other mugs.
Okay. So what am I rolling?
Strength attack with... I mean, you're effectively grappling each other, so you'd have advantage.
Okay.
It
Like, you are
sounds
holding onto
improvised
it.
Weapon.
So
It's
like
definitely an improvised
unarmed
weapon.
attack?
It's definitely an improvised weapon with strength.
Okay. Sure. I believe that's basically what an unarmed strike is on
I think so.
D&D Beyond. So
Yep.
I'm just gonna roll that for ease. Yeah, that's a natural 20.
Oh, Redding, I love it. Roll me...
One?
No, I think this would actually be damage. Let's call it a D4.
Okay, great.
D4 plus your strength mod.
Yeah, which is 1.
1. Okay, but it's a 4 because it's a crit. So it's 5 plus your strength mod, so 6. 6 damage, which definitely destroys the tankard you were holding and does some damage to the swarm it was a part of.
Right. Cool. Get off me, you little shit! Smash.
Yeah.
Blow out of the thing.
So that's one action, that's one attack action, but you can take a second
Yep.
and you're no longer in threat if you want to, well.
Yes. Yeah. I would try to get into like a corner similar to Damien, but I feel like
you're currently standing next to Damien, and there are the tankards are still on the bar and probably they're in threat with you. If you move away, you will be attacked, but you can shoot.
and I can shoot something else. Do I have disadvantage because I'm in melee with another enemy, or
I don't see why.
Yeah, cool. I agree.
I mean, I was giving you disadvantage because you were having to hold a tankard, but now you've dealt with that, so no.
Yeah, brilliant. Also, Redding probably isn't going to say this in character, but Jess, thank you so much for giving me advantage because I'm just going to do a bunch of sharpshooter attacks.
Yeah.
I've got you, brother.
Yeah. So I'm going to.
Speaking of sharpshooter attacks, everything that is slowed is also -2 on AC. So.
Oh, good.
Do
right.
math
Mimics
with it if you
with
want.
the famously high AC anyway. Yeah, you're all good. Okay.
Yeah. So advantage on this slowed table with my longbow, which is since Redding appeared last, Redding went and found himself a magical longbow
Good idea.
because he learned from trying to fight a bunch of werewolves.
Right.
Hey, look, there's another crit.
Oh shit!
I wasn't explicit, but I was intending to make this a sharpshooter.
You said sharpshooter. I heard you say sharpshooter. Yeah.
Great. So many.
Well, it's max on the first.
Yes. So I'm going to do a D8 plus 6.
Why would he be that psycho?
So
Oof, 2
that
plus 8.
is
10.
so yeah. 16.
Yeah, lovely. On the table.
On the table plus. I was going to do a bonus action, but I didn't say it, so that's
Is it not
fine.
plus 10 from sharpshooter?
Oh, yes. Yes, plus 10 on top of that damage.
So 26.
Yes.
Cool.
Were you rolling
Nice.
a d8 though?
Yes.
Longbow.
Longbow is D8.
Oh, sorry, I've done my maths wrong.
It's okay, maths is not my strong suit. So I'm welcome to be corrected. But yes.
Yep, lovely.
Yeah, and Sarah is also going to use her reaction to breathe a spark of lightning on my arrow to add D6 lightning damage, which would be 2.
And as it was a crit, that is actually 8.
Oh, you're adding that to...
I think it was a critical hit. The lightning arrow would have been lightning as it hit.
Yep, fantastic. And because I didn't do the bonus action, I'm going to do a favored foe instead to add another D6.
Or 2d6s, because crit. Which is
So
a further
8.
8. The table dies. How do you do this? How do you kill the table with an arrow?
There's a lot of shit on this arrow.
Yeah, there is.
You know what it is? It's I kind of do like a trick shot where I reflect it off of the ground and it comes up underneath.
Nice.
Underneath the table, and so the arrowhead sticks out the top, and then Sarah spits lightning on that, and it's like a little lightning rod.
Nice. Very cool.
And it kind of fries and turns into goop or whatever it is.
Okay, yeah. The lightning. There are so many different kinds of magic attacking this thing right now. It's magical piercing plus lightning plus radiant, and just smashing down on this table. The table expires, weirdly enough, just sort of. And it's like with a noise like a wet fart. It just sort of collapses. All 4 legs just go out from under it, and now it's a sort of tent being held up by this lightning rod arrow, with its legs all just sort of splayed out like a dead spider. Is that everything, Redding? Please say it's everything.
Sorry, Sarah's gonna have a go too.
Okay, right, yep. Shrivels.
But this is fine. She's going to tell you what. She's near me, so she's going to attack this swarm. That's
that you've already heard of it. Yep, sure.
Yeah. Cool. So
this is not the one that you have advantage on. I want to be clear. One of them you have advantage is not this one.
That's fine. Cool. So she is going to roll with a plus 6. So 13. Does 13 hit the swarm?
Ooh. Good point. It's not slowed. It does. Just.
Great.
Nice.
Excellent. Now this is 1d6 piercing and 1d6 lightning. Do you want me to roll them separately?
No,
piercing is not magical.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, great.
It's
So that
listen to everything.
is.
Oh, I do apologize. It actually does matter. I'm really sorry. I was looking at the wrong thing. It actually does matter. So 5 from the piercing and 2 from the lightning.
Yes.
Right.
8 from the piercing.
8 from the piercing. Very well.
Because I've got a +3 bonus as
Yep.
well.
Yep. Cool. Cool. Yep. She just destroys about 3 tankards just obliterated by this dragon coming up and like, just a dog trying to get something off a table.
Yeah.
It turns their head on yeah, that.
Great. Someone clip that, please. How do they feel about piercing damage and lightning damage? Can I notice?
That the lightning probably did about as much damage as the piercing. She chomped down one, and then lightning sort of sparked out of her mouth and lanced into another, which just sort of exploded.
Yeah, great. Cool. All right, that is now my turn. Thank you.
Cool. It's now the enemy's turn. Whee!
Redding does one thing, and it is explode one target.
Yep. He does very well.
Josh, before you go, how many of them are within melee of me?
The other table, probably.
Cool.
It's going to attack you, don't worry. Yeah. Let's start with that then. The other table attacks Mrs. Claus. Now, slow means I can only attack once, yes?
Yes, only one attack
One
of any
attack.
kind. And no bonus actions, no nothing.
No, nothing. All right.
No actions either,
You
right?
get nothing. Good day.
Good day, sir. I said good day. It is going to grapple Mrs. Claus, or it's going to try. It's going to pseudopod attack you. Nat 20.
Alright. Do I get to attempt to, or is it crit and get?
Attempt what?
To resist a grapple.
Oh no, it's a pseudopod attack.
No. Oh yeah.
It's a pseudopod attack. So it's
Right.
basically I hit you for 1d8 plus a d8. Well, 1 on the dice, so that's why we have that rule. So it's 12 bludgeoning damage, and you are now grappled by the thing.
I assume size doesn't come into it.
Not really.
Yeah. I am huge.
It says huge or smaller creature.
Damn it!
I can make you larger.
Not a lot of room in
Yeah.
here for larger. There is a hole in the roof of the building where
About
the
to be
moonbeam
2.
came through, but that's about it. It's a 20-foot tall room, just for convenience sake. Actually, looking up Mrs. Claus, it wasn't 20-foot tall when you came in, but it's now making room for you. Convenient. It's a sentence that just gets weirder. Thank you, reading aloud. I don't want to know what that was, but I suspect it was me licking the thing. Alright, then the other active mimic, which is the stool that is standing next to Damien and is also slowed, is going to attack Damien once.
Don't do that.
For an 11 to hit.
Oh, that misses.
There you go.
12 AC.
That was rough. Then the oh, no, I won't do that. That's stupid. Yeah, the the mirror mimic on the wall is going to project a 15-foot cone of distortion, which is large enough to get both Hjort and Mrs. Claus in it.
Oh no.
Can you please make me a wisdom save as the world around you goes all wibbly?
That rolled off a 13.
Oh, rough.
16.
A 16. Hjort, you, the world goes round wibbly, but you do not lose your balance and fall prone. And Mrs. Claus is actually incapacitated until the end of your next turn. You fall over as you are knocked prone by the... Basically, you just get a massive wave of vertigo swoop over your huge elk form, and you fall over. It's admittedly still with this table attached to you, trying to chow down on you. But
Mrs. Claus, I think, still has bardic
I just
inspiration.
True, but it was a nat 1.
I wouldn't...
no.
I mean... Yeah, if you want to, you can.
No, it's only a d8.
Yep.
However, I just realised I have to make a save for the
Damage, yes.
keep fairy fire up.
Yep.
D10.
You need a 10 or more. Oh, 9.
I'm going to use my bardic inspiration on that.
Smart. That you do. You succeed.
Yeah.
Cool. I'd like
You
to
can roll
know
it
how
if you
much I
like,
would've
but
rolled.
you only
I
needed a
didn't
1.
roll. It's a 3.
And then Hjort,
Do I need to make it again? Here?
No. Con save +3. It's all good.
Cool. Because there were 2 lots of damage. I didn't make it for the first lot.
You didn't. You only took 1 set of damage.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
Yeah, the distortion doesn't hurt you. It just falls. It just knocks you to the ground, so you're prone. Not that it really fucking mattered because you were already grappled by the thing that was attacking you. But there we go. It is also going to.
Is this distortion field beer goggles? Is that what this mirror in this tavern is doing? I say.
Never
Apparently,
mind. This is fucking lit.
It is also going to try and pseudopod. Oh wait, no, it passed. I was just like, did it fail the slow? No, it didn't. It passed. It is going to try to pseudopod Hjort. For a 22.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Yep. So yeah, it is going to hit you for 2d8. That's not bad. 14 bludgeoning damage. And you are grappled closer to it. So Hjort, you are now pulled a little bit away from you're pretty much next to your moonbeam. Not in it, but next to it.
I need to roll a con save for my moonbeam.
Yes, and then it's going to bite you.
That's 16, 18 con save for my moonbeam.
Passes, yep. Then it's going to bite you. You are now grappled by it, so it gets advantage. I had just critted. But as I said, I do have advantage. If you are wanting to silvery barbs that shit.
I would like to silvery barbs that shit.
Very sensible. Yes, had advantage. The other roll I got was a 17, all up.
That will still hit, but it won't
Still hits,
crit,
but
so
you
I'm
don't
probably
crit.
not going to be unconscious.
Smart. So yes, it is just the boo. 7 piercing damage, and there you go. That's a bit better. 15 acid damage.
Oh, I'm pretty hurt.
As the mirror sort of folds in half, and the reflections around you go a bit wibbly as well, Hjort, as you are dragged towards this creature a bit, and it's starting to chow down on you. Then the 3 sets of... there is a mimic next to Damien who missed, that's right, and then I'm going to say 2 of these swarms go for Redding. Definitely the one that has been nommed... No, the one that's being nommed by Sarah is going to go for Sarah. Yep. And is going to...
Sorry.
You're welcome. A 6 probably doesn't.
Nope.
The one that then goes for Redding, an 11 also probably doesn't. And the one that goes for Damien gets a 7. Fucking bullshit. Alright, there you go. That's their actions then. At this point, I get a lair action. At initiative 0. Let us have... can you all please, within a 30-foot square, which is all of you, make a dexterity saving throw?
I get disadvantage, don't I?
You do, because you're grappled.
I'm prone.
Oh, you're prone, yes.
That's a
That's
third
my-
natural 20 for me, by the way.
22.
It's the third natural 20 for me as well.
Nice.
Hey, look at us.
So
I don't
Claws
want to talk about it.
got a 13. So Claws failed. So you are all going to take 4 points of acid damage, unless you unless you failed, in which case you take 9. So everybody who passed takes half.
Speaking of 9, that's how many hit points I have left.
Good. As the roof in the area around you starts to dribble a nasty greeny pink slime, and it's drool, essentially, just dropping down on you. As it hits bits of your clothing, it starts hissing. This is really ruining Damien's suit. And we go back to the top of the order.
So just before we do, I assume Sarah needs to make...
Oh, Sarah also needed to as well, yes.
Yeah. There is 4 added to that I just rolled, so I assume that's probably a failure.
No, not enough. Yeah. And did you lose concentration on the fairy fire?
I don't know what you're talking about. That was a natural one, but it was unrelated.
Yeah,
Unrelated natural one.
Okay.
Oh no.
The fairy lights are still there, but flicker out.
This
Yeah.
elk is just there. You know how when you have a dead bug, it's like all their legs straight up in the air? The elk's doing that for some reason.
Yeah.
He's suffering.
Okay, we go back to the top of the order. It is Damien.
Me. So I passed my concentration check. So slow is still in effect
Great.
on whatever is alive. I'm lost on what is and isn't anymore.
Basically
But
everything. You've
So
killed
you-
a table so far.
Oh, okay. And that was reading. I did no damage, by the by.
Well-
But it's about to change.
You helped.
I
Yeah.
helped.
Slow's very helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully it stays up, but we shall see. So, I think I have some non-concentration damaging magic.
Good.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna.
What are you gonna do, Daria?
I don't think personally. I don't think this mimic is very smart. So I'm gonna do Tasha's mind whip at the mirror.
At the mirror. Very well.
Yeah.
That is currently trying to eat Hjort. Smart. So what's the save I have to make? Intelligence?
Yes, intelligence saving throw, please and thank you.
Oh. I critted.
Fuck. Do we have any more silvery barbs in this?
No,
bit?
I didn't
we
have
can't use
advantage.
that shit. Okay.
Sorry.
Successful save. Target takes half damage
Okay.
and nothing else.
What
so,
happens? How much damage?
Listen, I'll tell you.
Alright, okay. 3d6.
Okay, so you get 4 psychic damage.
4 psychic damage on the mirror.
Yes. Not very
Look.
strong.
I was concerned that trying to cast spells against the mirror might reflect them back, so now we know that isn't a thing. So thank you for that.
Yay!
Well, depends on the kind of magic. So
That's
yeah,
my action.
Yeah.
Question. So, is there anything in melee around me right now?
yeah, plenty. There is a stool and a swarm of tankards.
Stool and swarm of tankards, and are any of them slowed?
No, actually, the stool is.
The stool is.
Wasn't one of the swarms as well, or no?
No, I think all 3 of the swarms succeeded. One of them was fairy fired, but that's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it actually was the one that
What?
was trying to eat Damien. But
Question: can I, using my movement or something, ram my adamantine stroller into the chair? It has spikes on it.
Right in the ankles.
I will allow
Yeah,
this
right in
as
the fucking
I will allow this as your movement and bonus action to try and use
Yes.
an improvised weapon to try and stab the chair with your baby stroller.
Yeah, improvised weapon with my
Today
minus
is
2
a
strength.
today
Let's
is a
go.
great day for fun sentences.
I mean,
Okay.
improvised weapons are really like designed for tavern fights, right?
Yeah, I mean
And
this
we
is
are
perfect for that.
fighting a tavern.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
This is literally
So
a tavern fight.
it's just a D20 minus 2. Is that what
Yeah,
I'm doing?
apparently you're not proficient in unarmed combat. I would have thought. So.
I'm a wizard. Of course not. Oh, it's 13.
That is
No.
enough. That is
Yes.
enough because of the slow. It wouldn't have
Yes.
been if not for the slow. There you go.
Hello, baby. What's the damage? What's the damage?
I'll give you a D4. That's funny.
Yes. Let's go.
Minus 2 because you're very weak, but
Equity. Do it. It's a 1.
3
Wow.
for 1 damage.
1 damage. Equity. Let's go.
Love it. Stool takes 1 damage. Yes, Jess?
I'm fine.
Okay. It is Claw's turn. I think Damien just used
Yeah.
all of his other stuff to do that. Ah!
I play giant elk in the face-up position and pass my turn because I can't do anything until the
Yeah,
end of my
you are
turn.
incapacitated. Yes.
Oh, no.
Uh-huh. And it's Hjort.
Hjort's grappled?
Yep. How's Moonbeam going?
It's still up.
Good.
I think he's going to do something very stupid right now. I believe he can move it on a bonus action, right?
Yes.
No, it's
So
an
he
action.
wants.
Is
Is
it?
it?
On Moonbeam, I believe so. It's worth
Okay,
double
if
checking.
I'll double check that now. I've got it up. Moonbeam.
I remember thinking action because in the campaign that I ran that Josh was in, Josh absolutely abused that, and then after the campaign was
Yep.
finished, I read, oh, it's an action. Well,
Oh,
Yeah,
is
it
it?
is an action.
My bad.
So, where it is there still something under it?
A
Writhing
dead
in pain?
mimic. I mean, technically the floor, which is a mimic.
Okay, he's gonna leave it there for now, and he's going to try and shatter the mirror.
Smart. The mirror that is eating him.
Yes. Let me check something real quick.
Doing it very, very carefully at the very, very edge of
Yeah,
his range. You
that
can
was
do
the
it without
plan.
getting you. I'll allow if you're very, very
And he'd
careful.
also get the wall, which is also the mimic, right?
Yep. Yep, you would. You
He
would
would-
indeed do that.
He would love to do this. He is going to do it at the 3rd level using his last 3rd level spell slot.
Smart.
I would like a con save from both.
Ooh. I think once again the Tavern is going to pass. But a 10 probably doesn't. Does a 15?
No. A 15 doesn't pass.
Oh, then the Tavern takes the full.
Yep, con save 16, so that is 16
16.
damage.
16. Yeah, the mirror takes 16 points of damage.
So mimics are definitely organic, so I'm assuming they don't get disadvantage.
In this instance, they're definitely organic, even though it doesn't look like it.
Yeah. Excellent. Does the mirror at least look shattered or something at this point?
Yeah, let us say the mirror has shattered. The glass is still mostly in the frame, but it's now cracked and glazed, and yeah, it's not great.
the glass are now teeth in the
Yeah,
frame.
yeah.
Sorry,
Okay.
I can't
Just-
hear shattered without hearing shattered. Shattered
Yes.
every time, and that's why
Sorry.
I keep laughing every time.
Okay.
And the moonbeam.
The mirror
which is
shattered.
just-
And the moonbeam happens on the creature's turn, not the.
Yes.
Yeah, this time around. It happens when it enters it or when it starts
yep.
its turn in there. Yeah, but only once per round. I did
Yep.
check this.
I'm just making sure that. Yep. We're good.
It's definitely going to get the thing. Yeah, cool. Next up is Redding.
Okay. Hjort is looking rough, is that correct?
Very.
Hjort is on 9 hit points.
Cool. Redding doesn't know what hit points are, but Hjort looks pretty beat up. So
He looks very rough. Yes.
Jordan had a
Yeah.
day before he even got here.
Yeah. I'm going to cast Healing Spirit on Hjort,
Nice.
in Hjort's space as a bonus action.
Fuck yeah.
It takes the form of a 5-foot large draconic claw.
Oh, cool.
Ah.
Yeah. Just sort of floating.
It's like, I guess it's holding Hjort, so or like maybe kind of giving like a bit of a massage, I guess.
Shoulder
I
up,
don't know.
like, there you go, buddy, you'll be fine. It was like, I'm being eaten by a mirror, this isn't helpful.
I guess it's trying to grab him to like
Yeah.
protect.
Oh, yeah, love it.
Yeah.
It's like trying to pull him out of the teeth of the mirror.
Yeah,
yeah.
sure.
You're only making it worse. D6 every round, I think.
cool. It's, yes, starting on Hjort's next turn.
Yep.
Okay. I'm alive then.
Well, if you're not,
It happens.
then it will
Yeah.
res you automatically. So
Yeah.
you're
Excellent.
good.
Excellent.
And
That's
we've
very
got
smart.
three rounds of that. So
Yeah.
Thank you. You're amazing.
Love
you two. Now I'm gonna kill something.
Please do.
Anything still? No, glowing is done, right? Fairy fire is
Yeah,
gone.
Fairy Fire is done. Claws and Hjort are both
Yeah,
having
that
a
one.
shitty time.
I'm having a nap. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
If anyone gets grappled, run into the moonbeam. Or run the creature into the moonbeam.
I can't move. I'm incapacitated.
But next round.
Is something grabbing claws?
Yep. Claws is on her back, and there is a table chowing down on the left flank of the elk.
Okay. Tables probably don't have a high AC, you'd think.
Probably not.
So I'm going to do a sharpshooter
Do we?
on that table.
Uh-huh.
This does not have advantage, so let's see how this goes. So
Big money.
whatever this dice is, it's a -5.
Uh-huh.
23, I think
I
is
will
fine.
tell you for free that hits, yes.
Yeah, oh good.
Nice.
That's the AC.
Yeah. This table is beefy as.
Cool. So 18 plus I'm going to add Sarah's lightning onto it as well.
Uh-huh.
Whoa. So
24.
24.
Yep.
I assume it's still up.
It is. This one hasn't taken any
Great.
damage yet.
Cool. I do that again.
Love it.
Sharpshooter again.
Please do.
14.
14.
Does that hit?
Ooh, this is slowed, so yes.
Oh, good. Great. He looks over to Damien and he goes, cool. So there's another +10 on this damage. 18 again.
Bit of a whiff, but yes, still good.
Yeah. No other
Yep.
additions to this damage.
So 18 and 24 together is 32, 42.
How's it looking?
The table is having a shitty day. But mechanically, there is just 2 arrows sticking out of it.
Yeah. Great.
And it's grappling it out.
And it's eating an elk. A giant elk.
Yeah.
This table is having a weird day for a table.
Yeah. Probably
Anything
a normal
else?
day for this particular table.
Look, it's not unusual. The elk is new.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, the dragon...
Yes. The dragon, I used my bonus action casting a spell, so the dragon is not going to be able to attack.
Yep.
But she can use her action to dodge, so all
Yep.
attacks against her have disadvantage. And she's gonna fly up a bit, so she's still within melee range, but she's just off the ground.
Very well. Then we
that's our
have the
turns.
enemy turns. I'm going to roll first of all for the mirror to see... Nope. It is just going to try and eat Hjort more.
Nah.
And it's going to get 2 attacks. It's basically gets to bite you twice. Does a... Oh no, a 21 will hit. Yep.
Hjort has an armor class of 13.
Okay, both hit. It's a lot of damage. I'm not even going to bother rolling it. You're going to pass out.
Well, you probably should roll it if it's going to be more than, like, 70.
Oh, it won't be more than 70.
Okay.
I mean, let's find out. 10. So you're out. In fairness, the first attack does take you out. So the second attack will cause a failed death save.
Yep.
Terris!
2 failed.
I don't like that.
2 failed.
2
But I
failed,
have-
right?
I have
However, the
raised
healing
it, though.
spirit is there. Yeah, which is the only reason I'm doing it. I don't normally attack unconscious players. But the mimic is very dead set on eating him. That is this whole thing. It is,
venison.
however, the building's turn as well, so the building takes some damage. Terris, can you roll me, before this happened, the moonbeam would get 1 more strike before you go unconscious.
Yep, let me just move my cat off the keyboard because he's a shit.
Get Raw to do it. He rolls very well.
Raw, come here. Come here,
Like,
Bubba.
a little bit of desperation there, like Rob.
Raw, please come here.
Raw?
Save me, Raw. Save me.
My mouse isn't working. There we go.
Or
You
D8.
click. You tap here. You tap. It's 3d8,
Believe
right?
in him.
Oh, is it? I thought it was the third level.
No, it's 3d10.
Yeah.
For Moonbeam.
That sounds legit.
Good boy.
12.
That's a 12.
Not great, Raw, but still, there you go.
Let me...
It's exactly average.
Yep.
On 3d10? No, it ain't.
Oh, I thought it was
Oh,
38
no.
for some reason. Yeah, no, it's
No,
not.
it's a bit low. I rolled a nat 1 in there, so...
Yeah, for
Yeah.
some reason I thought it was D8.
No,
And
should've
now
been
he's chasing a fly.
16-ish. Cool. Cool. All right. Then, the stool attacking Damien is going to try again, with one attack.
I'd rather it didn't.
I'm sure you do. Mimic gets a 14 to hit.
Yeah, that
You have
does.
shield?
That... Oh, no.
Okay. In which case, yeah, it bites you. It's actually pseudopods you. So you are now grappled by it. It doesn't get
Okay.
to bite you because it's slow. And it's going to deal max 11 bludgeoning damage.
I don't like that.
Well,
Okay,
that's
well,
fair.
I need to roll con then. I need to roll good.
Yep.
That I did not roll good. That's 1 + 1.
Does
Slow
that
is
mean
gone.
I now get a second action?
Well, I think this stuff is decided on beginning
Yeah,
of your
no,
turn, but
I
that
think
is
so,
up
yeah.
to you.
No, I think it's sort of there and it fades now. Yeah, the other one that's trying to eat claws is going to continue doing so. It gets advantage on this attack. What's the AC of a giant elf?
I don't want to talk about it.
Is it less than 9?
No, it's 14.
Okay, yeah, no, I don't hit.
So
I
you
got
do
a
want to
2
talk about it?
I got a 2 and a 4.
Yeah, suddenly I do.
Someone's talking
suddenly I'd
about
like
it.
Suddenly I'd like to talk about it, actually.
I got a 2 and a 4 to attack you there.
Oh.
And then
That's how my rolls have been feeling tonight.
the swarms of tankards are going to attack first Sarah with disadvantage. Which isn't that bad, actually. That is a 13.
Nope.
17, isn't it? Yeah, no, it's quite a lot. Redding. And Damien, Oh, I get Damien, but I'm pretty confident I don't get Redding. Oh no, a 13 to hit Damien?
Yes. My AC
Okay.
is 12.
It's 12, okay. So these are the baby mimics.
See, I could have taken Cloak of Protection, but instead I went for the funny adamantine stroller bit.
You could have. You probably
You
should
have got
could've.
1 point of damage out of it.
have. You did.
Yay, profit!
I'll allow it to tag out next game, but for now, I love the stroller.
No, the stroller stays. Damien might die, but the stroller stays.
Okay, noted. I mean, yeah, equity's going to be fine. Natural Pengu, thank you very much for the raid, you bloody champions. Avast, mateys, you wee scallywags. You have just interrupted us in the middle of a tavern fight, in that they are fighting a tavern. A literal tavern. It is a tavern mimic, and they have determined that, and all of it is a mimic, and everything is a mimic, and everything inside it is also a mimic, and there are smaller mimics upon their backs to bite them. That's actually what's happening right now, but very ineffectually, as only Damien has been attacked by the tiny mimics that are actually a swarm of tankards attacking him. Taking 2d6, which is decent. It's four piercing damage.
Okay,
And
that's fine.
and 5 acid damage.
Okay, that's
Thank
not
you for the
great.
raid, you bloody champions. How are you? What were you up to your own selves? We are having our Candlekeep Christmas campaign. It is an ongoing campaign we'd left over from last year. This is episode 18, I think. Yeah, every 3 days a new DM takes over and players change every day. It's rather fun. We're looking for books. The Candlekeep is missing, and it's a bit pissed off about that, so people keep getting teleported in and out. The tavern has eaten, or the tavern mimic ate a caravan full of books. The party has come to retrieve them and has pissed the mimic off. Or the mimic really just wanted to eat them, actually. They were very polite. So we did some music, busking some Tuesday tunes. Amazing. That sounds great. I love it. Let us have a shout out for the wonderful at Natural Pengu. Good on you, champions. Guys, check a follow over at Natural Pengu as well. I believe they play some D&D sometimes as well. And I saw them playing some pirate-themed stuff a while back. They're bloody champions. Go check them out. And there is an NPC. He's not here. He ran away. He's alive. Called Nippolonius. Absolutely. So, that is all of the enemies, because you killed the other table. And
I just realized that when the house attacked, the tavern rather attacked, that I can technically use Sentinel because it is within 5 feet of me, and it doesn't matter if I'm grappled or not. I'm not incapacitated after
the tavern itself, the building itself.
Did it attack?
No, it's a lair. So it's a lair action.
Okay. Let me read the wording on Sentinel. Obviously, entirely your. Creatures provoke opportunity attacks from blah, 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 blah. When a creature within 5 feet of you makes an attack, so no, it won't.
No.
Cool.
Good thought. It's a good thought.
No, I'm gonna remember that for next time I'm
Yeah,
doing
noted though. Okay, so this time around, the lair action is going to happen now. The mimic is the lair, in fairness, this is going to use its ability called Peristalsis. A wave shudders through the tavern mimic as its hidden musculature contracts. Each non-mimic creature in the tavern must make a dex save. On a failed save, the creature is pushed 15 feet in a direction of the mimic's choice and knocked prone, taking bludgeoning damage on the fail. On a success, it takes no damage and is only moved 5 feet.
Dex?
Dex save.
Which
did
I
reasonably
automatically
well.
fail.
Yeah.
I rolled a 16. It's not a natural 1.
It's not a natural 1. It is a pass. Damien also passed. Redding, on the other hand, is moved towards one of the other tables. So, Redding, you were at the corner of the bar, and you have now been shuffled eastward across the room, moved away from Sarah, who also needs to make a dex save, actually.
Does she if she's flying?
That's true. No, she does not.
It's up to you. But...
Well done. No, I think so. I don't think so. That's fine.
Okay.
And you're going to take some damage. And get knocked prone as well. You're going to take, 13 damage and get knocked prone.
Okay.
Josh?
Mm?
I automatically fail that, take damage, and immediately die.
Ooh.
What do you mean you immediately die?
I'm on
already...
2 failed death saves because I got bitten. So I think Candlekeep has just lost Hjort.
Is Hjort in the maw of the mirror?
Yes. Which means he can't move. He's grappled by the mimic, which is attached to the wall.
Damn it.
So he can't get hurt. No, as in he can't get hurt.
Oh, okay.
So the movement and like thrashing is the thing that gives damage.
Yeah. And he can't be
Okay.
thrashed. He is grappled, so he can't move.
Oh, excellent.
By
I
a
thought
thing
for a
that
moment
cannot
that I
move.
was dead.
You know, I'm careful about that. Yeah, that's not very merry.
Well,
Well, if everyone was immune to damage, it wouldn't be very challenging, would it?
True.
by the
So
way,
you're still alive.
He is still alive.
I
two
rolled
failed
a
death saves.
concentration check and
Nailed it.
spell is still up.
Good. Otherwise, he would be dead.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because it is the top of the order, and it's Damien's turn.
Yeah, okay. Well,
Damien,
like yeah, don't like my HP current situation. Don't like that. Not like that.
When I saw what party members were going to be doing this, I was like, oh no.
Okay. Well,
It's
how
okay, I've got a
about
list up my sleeve.
we ask, is there like a table? Is there like a meaty table I can see?
A meaty table?
Or
There's
like,
one
okay,
next to
I need a
me.
10-foot radius sphere, and I want to get some assholes in there.
Oh, okay.
Tell me what I can get.
The best for sort of effectiveness would actually be the 3 swarms that are attacking you and Sarah.
Beautiful. I'm gonna choose them. If Sarah's inside, it's fine because creatures of my choice.
Yep.
So, like,
I mean, you'll also
I
be
can-
inside, but yeah, you can get that. Yeah. In fact, the
Sweet, so
stool
the
would
three-
also be in there as well.
Beautiful.
It's
so
a
then
10,
the
10-foot cube or 10-foot radius.
10-foot radius sphere.
Yeah,
So
you get it. You get the lot. Yeah.
Sweet. Then all the swarms and the chair gotta give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
On saves. Is this shatter?
No, this is Wither and Bloom.
Oh, sick. I'm pretty.
Such a good spell.
One. Yeah, one of the swarms passes. The one that's fighting
Oh.
Sarah passes.
Beautiful. Okay, so I'm gonna attack them with necrotic damage, and half as much damage successful. So, in addition, one creature of your choice in the area can spend and roll one of its unspent hit dice and regain a number of hit points equal to the roll.
Is that gonna be you?
No, it's gonna be Hjort, because
In
way
the
too close
area.
to- Oh, in the area, right? Oh, okay. Then it's
No, I'll
gonna
be fine. Don't worry.
You can also. You could do that, but like it wouldn't get it wouldn't get the mugs. It would get the stool and the mirror, but it wouldn't get the mugs. But it would get Hjort. Alternatively,
Fjord
you could
has
do it
a
to
healing
you.
spirit.
You could do it
yeah,
to you.
Fjord has a healing
Okay.
spirit.
I'll
on
be
him,
fine.
Okay,
so-
yeah. I'll leave it as it is then.
Yep.
I'll do my damage.
Yeah.
My damage is pretty good, by the way, because I have 4th level spell slots beyond.
Oh hell yeah!
No,
Well,
it
let's see
out.
how I roll.
Whip it out.
Oh yeah, I rolled pretty
Stop.
shit. Well, 9.
9. Yeah. 9.
9. So 9 damage to everything except that one swarm that succeeded. He gets 4.
Right. 6. Oh, and the building itself. Just FYI.
And the building itself. Fuck him up.
The building itself did succeed the save though.
Okay, so 4 is
Filthy
fine.
20, but yeah.
And so I get to roll hit dice, 2 hit dice.
Yeah.
And use that shit on myself. My hit dice is D6, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And do I get to add my constitution to them?
The spell should
You
say
carry
so.
on natural lurk. Natural pengu. Yeah, you should do. That makes sense.
Okay,
That's
then it's-
that's how hit dice work.
So I get 9 damage, 9 healing to myself.
Very nice.
Nice.
9. Very good.
That's like half of a wizard's maximum hit points, right?
Right?
Yeah, pretty much.
At
Pretty much.
18th level.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna ram the stroller into the chair again.
Okay.
I mean, it does maximum 1 damage.
It could do 2.
It could if I hit. I don't think I hit.
Is it
that's
still
it?
slowed? No, it's not. Yeah, no, that doesn't hit.
Nah. Yeah.
It
Well,
is
that's
still.
my turn.
I think it is still slowed, but no, it doesn't hit. Oh no,
Oh,
slow
my
fell.
con- Yeah.
Slow went. Good. All right. Yeah, that's that. Next is Claws. You are no longer incapacitated,
But I'm
and
still
the table
grappled.
attacking you is grappling you. Yes,
Alright.
but you are much bigger
How-
than. If you stood up, it would be obliged to stand up with you.
But I'd still be grappled.
Yeah, it's like stuck to you.
Alright. How do you rule getting out of a grapple? Is that a full action?
Yes. In this instance, it specifically says so in the mimic stat block.
Awesome.
Uh-oh.
So I'm not going to stand up. I'm just going to roll over and squash the table.
Yep.
And I am going to flavor that as my ram attack.
Amelia Bjarke Grandvist, thank you very much for the follow, you bloody champion. Avast, matey, you wee scallywag. Yes, please do. Love it.
Actually, it doesn't count as prone right now, does it?
No.
The table.
It's- no.
Cool.
It's the
So,
table prone.
oh good. Worth a shot.
Nope,
If the table's laying down with me,
Fair.
it's the +6 to hit for a 15.
Does.
Excellent.
You hit the table.
Yeah, that is grabbing hold of me. 2d6 plus 4 damage.
Would.
Or 12 damage.
12 damage. Let me just check. Ooh, shit. Claws, how do you do this?
I literally just roll over and everybody just hears this horrible crunching sound as the elk stands up and the table is just splinters.
Yep. Love it.
I think I'm prone next to the table at the moment, aren't I? So,
Oh, no, you're a bit of a ways across the room. Claws is,
table.
can you see that? So on the map, it is the one with the little green thing on the left-hand side. That's where you guys are. Whereas Redding is next to the third table over, so the one almost in the middle at the bottom.
Okay.
And the one at the far end near the door and the bar is destroyed. But that's where Hjort is. And Damien, actually. Damien's at the bar next to that
And
destroyed
Equity.
table.
Thank
and
you very
Equity.
much.
Well, yeah, but Equity has not
And
played a huge
Sarah.
potion apart. Sarah is at the short end of the bar.
Yeah.
Alright. Bonus action. I'm gonna drop my wild shape.
Alright. If you like, sure. Mrs. Claus returns to half-orc form. You have movement, if you like. You're not currently in threat with anything. Both the
I'd like to
tables are
get-
gone.
I'd like to get basically in range of as many things as I can.
I mean, you're 30 feet away from literally everything.
I've got a 40-foot speed, so I can walk past them and then double back and be like, shit.
If you want, sure.
Yeah, no, just within immediate range or like within 10 feet or so of as many
Sure.
things as possible.
You move a little bit more to the center of the room.
I scuttle a bit.
Yeah. Cool. Next
Alright.
would be Hjort, who wakes back up with 1d6 hit points.
Yeah,
Alright.
do you want to roll at Terris or shall I?
Either way, I'm cool.
Okay,
I'll do it.
I'll roll it.
There you are.
Okay, you can do. Oh, I rolled a 6.
Wow. You roll it. Yeah.
I mean, as far as this world is concerned, reading aloud, you're no more than 30 feet away from anything that you're allowed to get to, seeing as the building itself is pretty inimical to you.
I have a question.
Yes?
How friendly is my baby mimic to me?
Not enough that it will attack on your behalf. But it won't attack you. Pretty sleepy.
Okay.
You just fed it.
Okay.
Kind of like Equity.
Yeah.
Another small question. How friendly are my family of mice to me?
Again, similar, I would say. Won't attack you, but probably won't attack anything on your behalf.
Balls. Give me a second. I've got to plug my heads. My power source. There we go. Can I see Equity?
Yes. Well, you can see the container that Equity is in.
The stroller with the helmet down.
Adamantine stroller that looks not unlike Grogu's container from Mandalorian, but with wheels.
I'm very tempted
Maybe.
right now to polymorph
That's a Star
Equity
Wars.
into a T-Rex.
Equity,
Yes,
a
please.
baby goblin.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Equity is 3 years old. She's a toddler. She understands language. She can walk. She will fuck him up.
She will. Yeah. All right.
Equity is now a T-Rex.
I'm gonna rule that
I
this
love this.
With an
destroys.
adamantine helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The stroller is utterly obliterated by this, and only the lid of it is sitting on the T-Rex's head.
Is it at AC?
As
Worth
the
it.
yeah, it'll add 1 point of AC, sure. As its head scrapes the ceiling in this room, and Equity lets out a roar.
Yes.
Damien, please roll Equity's initiative.
Will do. What's the bonus?
Here, I'm giving you the T-Rex stats.
I'm sorry, off the
now.
top of my head, I don't know what a T-Rex's dex is.
And in case you don't have it for whatever reason, let me just take a screenshot as well.
It's a
I
plus
agree, Amelia.
0.
Well played. Yes.
It's a plus
Change-
0.
It's a
and
plus
check-
0. So 5.
They're not very dexterous creatures. Cool. Alrighty, 5. That's perfect. It goes after Redding.
Yes.
Great, but before the mimics, fucking
As
chainsaw
soon as it
squirrel.
goes after Redding, I'm like, but no, it.
Yeah,
okay.
it eats Redding. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. You do that. That's an excellent move, Hjort. You are still grappled by a thing.
Yep.
And you've got to
I am
concentrate
going-
on this spell for it to work.
Yep.
Ah,
That's
Otherwise,
fine.
you've just destroyed Damien's only piece of cover.
He was an adamantine fucking stroller, obliterated. I'll need a new uncommon item, thank you very much.
May I suggest
Of my
a
plans.
cloak of protection?
You might, I'll think about it.
Bag of holding for you to hide in. Nothing
Yeah.
bad will happen.
Now I've cast
may
a
I
spell, so I
suggest
cannot cast
take
another
the
spell.
shield spell.
Yeah, the shield spell, baby. Sorry, you cannot cast a second spell. You can cast a cantrip.
Um,
Time to
As a
get your
bonus
friends.
action.
no, all of my cantrips are actions, so that's
What
me
about inspiration?
done.
That's you.
Do you have any inspiration left?
That's true.
I've got inspiration left. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I do.
That couldn't hurt if you wanted.
Yeah, it is a thing you could do.
The swaddle of protection.
Inspiration. Inspiration for what exactly? confused.
Bardic inspiration. You know.
Oh,
that,
yeah,
that
bardic
class you
inspiration.
are. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I will bardically inspire the T-Rex.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
fair.
How
yeah.
do you inspire equity
Yeah.
though?
Equity, the 3-year-old goblin, or 2-year-old goblin, who is now
He's
unexpectedly
chanting,
a T-Rex.
Kill. At
You turn any toddler into a T-Rex, they're already inspired.
They
first
basically,
of all.
they already have heavy-duty
automatic.
T-Rex energy. Or do T-Rexes have heavy-duty toddler energy? I'm not sure which. I would say, can I suggest you play Wheels on the Bus to go round and round? Because that really amps equity up.
Oh,
Cool.
no.
I love it. All
Also,
right.
can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
I pull out my pan flute and play Baby Shark.
Baby Rex, do.
Rex,
Yep. Okay. Before that gets stuck in our head, Redding, it's your turn.
Good.
I don't know.
So I am prone, and am I next to the table that I'm next to? Is that an
Actually,
enemy?
not a mimic, as far as you
Right.
can tell.
Cool,
It hasn't
cool,
tried to eat
okay.
anyone yet.
Yeah. Great. Well, I will climb on that to get back up.
Sure.
And in fact, we'll actually climb
Climb
onto
on it. Yep.
So,
Sure.
Yep.
You have a little bit of a vantage point.
Yeah.
The mimics in this inn go squish, squish, squish. Yep.
Does taking a quick look around, do any of my friends appear to be in immediate threat? I guess Fjord is still being chomped by a mirror, right?
Damien is being attacked by a bunch of stuff, but is standing in between the legs of a very green T-Rex,
Yeah.
wearing an adamantine helmet.
Yeah.
And a
Sarah's
diaper?
probably somewhere there.
Sarah's
too.
like,
And
wow, that guy.
An adamantine diaper, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, look, Redding is going to surely mirrors have a low AC, right? Redding is going to attack the mirror with a sharpshooter shot.
Do we?
We will see how well that works. It went
Oh.
from a 19 to a 3.
That does not hit. I'm
So
afraid.
that's no.
A 9 is not enough.
I'm going to try it again with sharpshooter.
Good.
Oh, no, you know what? I want this to really hit, so I'm going to use my bonus action to cast
Oh.
Zephyr
yeah.
Strike,
Yep.
and then
Allows you to
and
move a bit as well if
immediately-
you want.
I mean, where am I going to move? That it doesn't have enemies next to me. I feel like I'm in the best spot.
Yep.
and I'm going to immediately use that to give myself advantage on this attack.
Hells yeah.
I am sharpshooting.
Out of
again,
mild
so
curiosity,
-5.
who cast
Or
fucking silvery barbs, and who did the advantage go to? I believe it was Hjort, or was it?
I cast
yeah, it was-
silvery barbs. I think the advantage went to. I can't remember.
I don't think you gave it.
I don't
I don't think you did. I will
Yeah, no one
happily
had
allow
it.
you to decide now. Hjort.
I'll give it to Redding.
Okay. All right.
Cool, thank you.
So ready, you can make that
Because-
first attack with advantage.
No, let's keep it to this one because I realize that Zephyr Strike is a bonus action. Is a concentration spell, which I wouldn't want to do.
No, fair enough.
So this actually cancels.
So you
it
got
out,
a crit.
thank you for that, Terris.
Very
I
nice.
did get a crit.
Yay!
Cool. So
I will tell you that a 26 is enough to hit. Yeah. 7 plus 8, so 15.
yeah.
Plus 10,
Plus
so
6.
25. Plus 6 from Sarah, presumably.
No. From my damage bonus.
Oh sure, yeah. So 31.
And
if-
then Sarah does add lightning damage on
Two
top.
d6s, please. Well, a d6 plus a 6.
Yeah, that's another 12.
12. Okay. Okay. Oh gosh. Math is hard. Where have we gotten to?
Honestly,
35.
I'm not making it easy for you. I'm just rolling
47.
a bunch of dice and leaving you to figure it out.
47 damage from one arrow.
Yeah.
It's a good boy. It is
That's
a crit, though.
badass.
That's good. Take care, reading
Ow.
aloud. Very well, you do that. It hits the mirror over Hjort's head. It goes between where his antlers used to be. The mirror takes the damage. Let's see.
Great.
What did I say? 42, did I say? 47. 47.
Yeah, it was-
47. 47.
Yeah.
Oh, 40, not 4D. I was like, what the kind of dice are we
Yeah,
using?
4d7. Yeah, have you
Or
seen them? I've got
4d2.
loads in my set. 47. And this is important math now. Ooh, okay. Right. Good. Well done, Redding. What does Sarah do? Anything? She's still dodging?
Redding will also yell, "You put that reindeer down, you red hot fellow." Sarah does the dodge action.
Very well. Damien. Or rather, Equity.
Yeah,
You have-
baby.
Suddenly and quite unexpectedly become a T-Rex. What do you do?
Equity has been preparing for it her entire life.
Yeah.
She has been a shark of business for the last year. She was a vice president of the Morally Correct company, and she is here to destroy the competition. She will trample. She will trample all over. That's what she'll do.
Very well.
She has multi-attack.
What's she gonna trample?
Well, there is that chair that we've been ramming for the last couple of rounds.
Sure, yeah, that's
pretty
that's
unsuccessfly.
Sorry,
Like,
the mental
I get
image
it.
of just like...
the spikes on the helmet. The spikes on the helmet.
yeah.
the mental
It's a
image
Fury
of
Road type of T-Rex. It's good.
trouble like,
Where are you gonna run?
It's
Some
not
muck?
working, turns into T-Rex.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna bite the shit out of that chair.
Stool. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You do that.
Oh, 23.
It hits. It hits the stool.
Okay, so the head is 4d12 plus 7. So I'm gonna roll that in the D&D Beyond because that's easier. Okay. That's good. I love this. So
Wow.
31
plus
se-
12.
Oh no, I can't spell. No,
Plus 12?
plus 7.
Oh,
Plus
no.
7.
23.
I can't spell numbers either.
23.
23
damage.
Okay. Yeah.
Uh-huh. And it's
and
grappled, by the way.
Well, it is now. Actually, fun story. 23 damage. So that's 23. Sorry, just give me a moment for math, because math is very hard.
I've never done it myself, but here it is.
Yeah, look, I've been having a day and a time. Oh, not that one, that one.
I myself, I'm an excellent speller, so math is fine for me.
The tavern around you, all of a sudden roils and thrashes, its walls quivering as the floor shivers. The crowd watching wails in sympathy with one voice, "No!" Then it feels as though the ground is rushing up towards you as simultaneously it shifts in shape and form, taking the appearance of a laden feasting table. Within seconds, you find yourself surrounded by oversized foodstuffs. A ham haunch the size of a hill to the west, a chopping board with a knife the size of a longship discarded on it to the east. You have just gotten your bearings when several morsels begin blinking sleepily up at you. The stool that was stuck in the T-Rex's mouth swells and swells and swells until the T-Rex is forced to drop it at risk of having its head just ripped open by the size of this thing. The stool runs away, and now it's like the size of a building running away. As this table rushes up to meet you, several morsels begin to blink sleepily at you. A shrimp tail, a hulking hunk of bread, a mean-looking grape, a foul-smelling wedge of cheese, and a slice of ham the size of a mattress all begin to maneuver around you, whilst a pair of gold coins bearing evil grins roll around you towards you from the east. As we enter the second phase of the combat, and I will show you the new map that you are now on, all roughly in the middle next to the loaf of bread. We will have a short little breaklet at that point because we've been streaming for a little over 2 hours, and we will come right back to it, guys. Thank you so much for playing with me today. I hope you're having a fun time. We'll be back very soon for the other half of Equity's turn. And I'll see you very soon. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Vast and ahoy, mateys. We be back for some more Candlekeep mysteries and the second half of a tavern mimic fight, in which you are now a table mimic fight, as you are now standing on a giant table, surrounded by angry pieces of food, and all eyeing you off hungrily. The T-Rex has just chomped down on a stool. It's actually, amusingly, I have ruled in the past that a T-Rex cannot make the same attack with its bite and with because its other attack is a tail, which has to be against something else because it can't hit what's in its mouth with its tail. However, that doesn't really matter because the stool did not shrink with you and has fucked off. So there is several angry pieces of food around you, a couple of giant coins about the size of, relative to you, let us say, cartwheels. I will tell you that they are a lesser form of antagonist than the others. So there are two different kinds of antagonists. There are the coins and everything else. Everything else shares a stat block. Sort of thing, and it's going to continue being the goblin's turn. Equity wasn't in turn order, now is, and what does Equity do with their tail attack?
So what is the meatiest, chonkiest
The meatiest, chonkiest enemy would seem to be a mattress-sized hunk of ham, which would be pretty much standing next to Equity.
It's ham on ham violence. Equity will sit on it and do a tail attack.
You do that. Make a tail attack. Against...
Yeah, it is 22.
It does hit.
Beautiful.
22 against Ham.
Yes, against Ham never stood a chance. Okay, and I have 7
Let's
plus
wreck this
2,
table.
that's 9, plus 7, that's
Kitty.
16, plus 7, 16 plus 7, that's
23.
23 bludgeoning damage to
23 bludgeoning
Ham.
on the ham. Yeah, great. You do that. It does not enjoy it, but it's a giant piece of ham. It's really hard to tell whether or not it
Yeah.
enjoyed something or not. But you sort of sit on it a bit.
roars. Yeah, Equity roars. Damien has like a happy pride of the father type tear rolling down his cheek. Is great.
Yep, cool. Now it's the enemy's turns. The coins are going to use their entire move to get within threat of you guys. They're coming from the far end of the table. But the rest of them, there are 5 other items of food, and there are 5 major combatants here. So they are going to attack 1 to each of you. I think that sounds fair. So Redding is going to get attacked by the shrimp. It's just a shrimp tail, but where there would be a body attached to it, there is just a mouth. And it's scuttling along on several of its little legs. And it's going to try and nom on you. A 4 plus 7. Nope, probably not.
Nope.
That's its pseudopod attack. Its tongue lashes out and tries to grapple you. And then it is going to try to bite you as well. For a 19.
19 does hit.
Bite. Splendid. That means you take 10 piercing damage and 5
Ooh.
acid damage as it bites down on you, but it does not grapple you. Then the ham, which didn't like what the T-Rex just did to it, is going to try to pseudopod the T-Rex. Does a filthy 20 hit? I presume so. Hope so. That pseudopod, so the T-Rex is now grappled by the giant sheet of ham. I love my job.
Nice.
For 5 bludgeoning, 8 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, I'll keep note of the.
Please
of
do,
the-
because yeah, eventually it'll get killed. Also,
8 you said, yeah?
8, yes.
Okay.
29. That's good. And the second attack now has advantage. A 16 plus, yeah, it hits. Yeah. With its bite.
Still on equity?
Yes, still on equity.
Okay.
It did have advantage. I don't know if anybody wants to do anything about that.
No.
I feel
No.
like equity with her 136 HP will
Can
be
tank
fine.
it a bit. Yep. Particularly as this may not stay for long, as Hjord is not healthy at all. So that is a total of 13 damage. No, 16 damage more to equity.
Okay.
Equity, the T-Rex.
Nice.
As he is very much grappled by... So the sheet of ham has basically just sort of wrapped itself around his tail, like a blanket.
Also, you mean Equity-Rex, right?
Equity Rex, yes. You already have advantage.
I know. It's not going to stop me.
No, I know. I'm just like, that's why I'm not giving you another, was all I was meaning. Then the mean-looking grape is going to go for Hjort, and try to pseudopod you. Oh, Hjort. An 18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Yep. Okay. For a total of 6 piercing damage.
Oh, I'm down.
Oop. There goes the T-Rex.
Well, no!
And yeah, Hjort goes limp, and the mimic sort of nibbles it a bit, and then determines like, oh, and kind of just get bored of it, and is going to. Also, the T-Rex rapidly shrinks, and the baby goblin is now sitting in a spiky helmet, which is engulfed by a ham mattress. A mattress?
Yes.
A hamtress,
A
if you will.
hammattress.
Yeah. And a mattress, yeah. And that's that one. Then Reading, I've already done, I think.
Yep.
Yes.
I got attacked by a prawn tail, shrimp tail.
That was it. The hulking hunk of bread is going to go for Damien. Oh,
Just
that
a
hits.
reminder, Sarah is near Damien Summer as well.
Yeah. Yes, that is true. Yeah. In fact, that would be what the one that just didn't hit Hjorn, the one that just killed Hjort, will do. It'll flollop towards Sarah, but it doesn't manage to make it to her. Its movement isn't fast
Flollop.
enough. Flollop. That's how mattresses move. That's an actual verb. A 19 to hit Damien definitely does. So that's 5, 6, 8, 9 points of piercing damage.
Oof, okay.
Grappling you.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna the bite hits. A 23.
Uh-huh. Can I... Wait, do I have that? Hold on.
Okay.
Hellish! Oh no, that's not Hellish because Hellish resistance. Fuck, never mind.
For a further 17 points of damage, of which 7 was acid.
Owie.
Oh, I'm at 1 HP by the by.
Okay, good. Great, and that's that. Oh, and then Claws is going to get attacked by the cheese.
I get the cheese. I get the cheese.
I did not hit with the grapple, but I did hit. Well, I'm pretty sure a 22 is going to hit with a bite.
I have 12 AC.
Yeah, cool. For 8 piercing and 5 acid.
13 total. Alright.
If you have polymorph,
That was actually why I dropped.
good call. Love it.
I was gonna do exactly the same thing.
I mean, maybe on Hjort, but he's unconscious now. So that is all of their turns. I'm going to do a new lair action. Sink. This is the 10-foot square where Reading is standing. It becomes incredibly soft and sticky for the next minute. Basically, you're standing in a puddle of jam. And Lorite, for whom? You find yourself standing in a puddle of jam, and you must make me a strength save, please, or become restrained.
Okay.
Claws, you now have inspiration. Thank you, Ardana. And probably another one for
19, baby.
you pass. You are not restrained by the jam. And Reading, you also now have inspiration as well. Thank you, Ardana.
Ah, thank you, Adana.
Boop. So, that's that. You're the only creature within it. You guys are now cleverly spread out. Well done. And I could only get one of you. It is now, however, difficult terrain where you are standing, so you are slowed by it's double movement to move through it, but it's only a 10-foot square.
I'm just looking at ranger stuff because I remember there being something about difficult terrain not bothering me, but I think it might be for plants, but I'm just taking a look.
Yeah.
What
Go
is
for it.
jam, but a cooked down plant?
Like necrotic plant, undead plant. Speaking of Damien, it is Damien turn. You are not
Am I
grappled, but you
grappled?
are being chewed.
That's not ideal. What is chewing?
No,
me?
wait. You are grappled.
I'm grappled.
Yeah.
Okay, what is doing the grapplings?
It is a hunk of bread, as I recall. So yeah, you were kind of just being subsumed by this hunk of bread. One of your arms is like in it, basically.
Oh, crummy.
In it to win it.
In it.
Okay, in that case,
He's
I
wicked,
mean,
man.
I don't have many things I can teleport out. but that's not gonna help me. I'm 1 HP. So
You are awake. Claws may have this.
How would you like to be a T-Rex?
Or a giant crab.
I would like Equity
How
to
would
be
you like to be a
T-Rex.
giant crab?
Even less so. No, if you're making anyone T-Rex, please give Equity another shot. She really enjoyed it. But I will cast another Withering Bloom, I think, because light
smart.
sucks. So my question is, it's a 10-foot radius sphere, so that's 20
I
radius
will
diameter.
say 3 of them.
Sweet. Give me please Constitution saving throws on each of the assholes.
Plus, of course, the table itself.
Yeah.
FYI, there
Whoa.
is the healing spirit still up as well. So if you wanted to, it's still got 2 heals left in it.
I don't know
So-
where it is.
I rolled 3 5s and a 1
Over by Hjort.
on these saves.
Yeah,
So,
wherever that is. Yeah.
I mean, Hjort is unconscious and probably wants one of those heals.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Sweet. This is my.
And Damien is
This is
grappled.
my. Yeah, I
Ah.
can't move anywhere. This is
Yeah.
my last 4th level spell, but I'm gonna make it count.
Yeah,
Okay.
do it. Everything is taking full damage from this.
Uh huh.
Mhm.
8 plus 6. That's. 8 plus 6. That's 14 plus 2, 16.
Yeah.
So 16 damage to
Uh-huh.
all of the bitches around me.
Nice.
Did
Which
anyone
would
die?
be the ham. Hjort is out cold and within 10 feet of you.
Sorry.
That's
Bless you. Bless you. Yeah, but did any of the baddies die from
No,
this? No?
no.
Fuck. Because I just realized I have Grim Harvest. If I kill someone, I get a
No.
little bit of healing, but I don't
Sorry,
think I
no.
killed anyone.
No.
No, it's fine. Okay.
They're all
So
quite
that's
beefy.
14.
Well, except for the
14
ham one, who
necrotic.
is quite hammy. Yeah, sure. 16, I think, necrotic is what you said.
Yeah. Oh, he's 16. Sorry. Yeah. And I get to heal myself or someone else around me. Hjort is in spirit.
Yep.
Or
He is. Hjort will wake up on his turn.
then I'll heal myself.
Right.
Yeah, don't worry about Hjort.
Yeah.
So the ham that was attacking the baby, the T-Rex, as well as the one that's attacking Damien, and the one that just attacked Hjort and is now on its way to attack Sarah, are the 3 that you get with this.
it's-
So that's the grape, the ham, and the... What was the one that attacked Sarah? That attacked...
Bread.
The bread, yeah.
Question. Is the ham with the helmet and the toddler in reach of my feetsies? Can I punt the helmet out of ham's grasp so Equity is like flies out somewhere?
Make a
in
strength check.
Fuck. Okay.
It can be athletics if
Against
it helps.
this spiked adamantine helmet.
No, it's really to maneuver the bread around so he can reach.
Yeah. Okay.
Rape.
Okay. I'm gonna actually use my advantage. Like Damien is heartless, but he really, really loves Equity. So I'll try again. Maybe it's gonna be better. I don't fucking know. It's worse, actually.
Wait,
so
do you
10.
have bardic inspiration?
No, why would I have that?
Redding did,
From
I think.
Terris.
Or claws.
Was it ready?
Nah.
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah. 10?
You know.
Fuck. Well, I
Um,
used my inspiration. That's it for now.
Right, you do that.
Equity got the inspiration, I believe.
Yes, Equity did.
has inspiration.
I will allow you
Okay.
to use the inspiration on this then.
Oh, good. It's a D6?
Yeah.
8, D8.
Okay.
D8.
Oh,
Sorry, yeah,
D8. Oh, that's powerful. Okay.
8th level
Oh, it's a
bard,
7.
baby. 7. Alright, yeah. You manage to just push Equity's little bowl out of the ham mattress, the hamstress. Doesn't work.
That sounded like a hamster mistress.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah. That's good.
I thought I missed
that's all we
Piggy.
wanted.
Yeah.
The mattress.
A mattress, yeah, that one. Mattress. Cool.
That's it.
You do that. That is Damien's turn. Next up, it's Claws.
Is Equity in any danger?
Not really. I mean, a little
She's
bit.
fine now.
But
I got her
I
out
think
of
the adamantine helmet flips over on top. This, I want to
Nice.
stress, now means that no one can see Equity.
That's fine. She did her job. She
Yeah.
did beautifully.
You chillin'.
Something like 80 damage from a polymorph ain't bad.
Yeah.
I'm just
Claws.
thinking.
Damien has like 8 hit points.
Yeah.
A 12. Thank you very much.
How would you like? Okay. How would you
Yeah.
like 136?
Please, thank you. Yes, I'd love that.
Very cool. I am going to cast Polymorph, and it's going to be. Wait, no, I don't want to be T-Rex. 1 second.
If you want to
Giant-
use the T-Rex stats and reflavor it as something else that a T-Rex could be, I'm up for it.
Oh no, I want to do
There's a-
giant crab.
Yeah, there's the huge
Giant
giant
crab.
crab, or
Giant
you
crab
could go
is
with
dope.
sperm whale. 1 level down is giant ape.
Okay, giant crab. No, I'm
Crab
gonna
is
do the
good.
T-Rex.
Yeah, cool. Do a T-Rex. So yeah,
Yeah.
Damien
As
is
it happens again.
Damien becomes a T-Rex. Can you
Beautiful.
describe how you do this, Claws? We haven't done a lot of descriptions this game. It's really been just sort of getting the fight happening, but
All right, I can do that. So,
Meet the
seeing
main cleric.
Equity.
which I now have to
Oh,
homebrew.
God.
No, I am not
Zach will
interested.
homebrew it.
Yeah,
Zach will homebrew it
I
no matter
don't.
what.
I don't like it.
He doesn't care if you say no. I've tried.
Bishop Blood
Like,
is.
no,
will-
please don't make that item.
Bishop Blood is up for that though because he is all about the domain of flesh. Yeah, he thinks it's one of the elemental planes.
He's so right.
Where life and water, I think he says, meet is the plane of flesh. And I'm like, I
Zach
don't-
actually has a homebrewed subclass, like specifically.
I still want a
for
crazy
flesh.
cat lady warlock.
It's upsetting.
Okay,
Yeah, you wrote. I think you wrote the flesh warlock.
flesh warlock. Mm-mm,
So,
mm-mm.
yeah, it's very upsetting. All right, so upon seeing Equity shrink back down to little goblin and seeing her very hurt father use every last effort that he could to make is Equity a?
Goblin.
Am I saying she her for Equity or
She, yeah.
He's a
I thought
baby.
so. Yeah, I thought so, but and it's like watching her father use every last ounce of his effort to protect her and flip her little helmet on top of her. Mrs. Claus is going to, her heart softens just a tiny little bit, and she's going to call out, Damien, your turn. And Damien, you are going to feel, it's going to feel strange. It's almost a heat that radiates out from your core as you feel yourself begin to grow and grow. Once again, you are surrounded by twinkling fairy lights, this time in more of a... So, you know those red lights in Jurassic Park that seem to go off whenever the, like specifically in the T-Rex enclosure?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, think exactly those as you're going to spark and you're going to jitter and you're going to glitter and you're going to grow and grow and grow and your teeth grow and grow and grow and grow. And please just fucking bite someone.
Yep.
Hell
love
yeah.
it. Enjoy your lurk, Amelia. Exclamation mark lurk if you want to, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't change anything. Cool. Anything else, Claws?
Yes, I'm going to bonus action wild shape into a polar bear
Nice. Like it.
as her hands once again hit the ground, and she's going to grow and grow, and her teeth are going to grow and grow, but not quite as much, but still quite a lot, as she's going to sprout white fur, and she's gonna be ready for next round.
Love it. Yort, you wake back up with 1d6 healing.
Go ahead and
Let
roll
me-
it, Terris.
Yeah, let me d6 that healing.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to get. Oh, that's a 6. I was going to get Raw to
Nice.
heal me, but he is asleep upside
That's
down.
fine. Let's
half
not.
off
Let's
the-
not bother. Let's not bother Raw. A 6. You are back on 6 hit points and feeling a little groggy. Do you have any more 4th level spell slots?
I have. What do I have left? I've got a level 1 spell slot left.
Ooh, wow.
I am tapped. So, for his action, he is going to pull out a set of bone pipes. And he is going to play a very haunting melody. And everything that is hostile toward me within 30 meters is going to need to roll. Let me find this wondrous item. A wisdom save.
Okay. So the thing that attacked you first, let's do that. Yeah. Rolling absurdly well. There's a fail. So there are 7 things that are hostile to you within 30 feet of you.
Yeah. They need to beat a 15 or be frightened of me.
All but 1 so far. There's a second one. Yeah, 3 failed. The 2 coins and 1 of the large things.
Okay.
However, you are not currently being attacked by anything because it kind of got bored of you. The only one that's the hamstress is scared of you. None of the others are. The coins and the hamstress.
Yep. Okay. Those things are afraid of me, and then I am just going to healing word myself with my bonus action.
Right.
For 7.
Good turn.
Not bad. And we go to Reading. Fuck them up.
Okay. Am I within melee of the shrimp?
Yes. Very much so.
I'm gonna look around at the shrimp and the ham and stuff and say, this shit ain't kosher.
Nice.
If you didn't already have it, I'd have given you it. But you already have inspiration.
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna let that stack. That was very good. I'm gonna let it stack. You have 2 inspirations.
Thanks. I am going to. Hewitt has just healed himself a little bit, so I'm going to drop Healing Spirit to cast Zephyr Strike on myself. To allow me
to fuck off.
To move to a point on the table that isn't adjacent to any food.
Yep, you are getting away. You can move to a spot that is at least 20 feet away from anything. That's probably about as far away as you can get from everything.
Yeah, cool. That does effectively give me like a 40-foot move speed, but I don't imagine it's that large a space.
The table is about 100 feet long as far as you're concerned, and about 30 feet wide. Maybe, let's even say 40 feet wide.
Sure.
Let us say you are up by the bunch of grapes now.
Great. Look, I will be as far away from as many different things as I can.
Yeah.
I want to be a sensible longbow range.
Very well.
Which I will then use. So this is going to be a sharpshooter.
Hell yeah. May I suggest the ham?
Yeah, I was going to ask what is threatening people, and the ham.
The ham has taken the most damage. The bread is very much looks like it's trying to eat Damien and has been injured a bit. The only other thing that has been injured at all is the grape. The ham is next to baby T-Rex. The grape is heading towards Sarah.
Okay, look, Sarah can take care of herself for a little while.
Oh.
So let's make this the. No, let's make
Damien
it the bread because
Damien just turned into a T-Rex, so there's a T-Rex being consumed by bread. So I wouldn't stress the T-Rex actually.
Yeah. Okay. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna make this one on the shrimp that I just ran away from.
Nice. That's a good call. Yeah.
Because I'm probably gonna do a shit ton of damage to it. So this is the advantage from the spell I just cast. -5.
15.
So 15
is the number you needed.
Wow, excellent. Okay. Nice. Cool. So this amount of damage plus 10, so 21. Plus a D6 from Zephyr Strike. Unless that actually might be a
I apologize.
D8,
That's
hold
actually
on.
inaccurate. It's more than you needed. Yeah.
Okay, great. Cool. I get a D8 from Zephyr Strike and a D6 from Sarah.
Sarah? Yeah.
Is Sarah within 30 feet of me?
No, not right now.
Okay.
You're on the other side of the table.
Yeah. In that case, I won't get her D6, but I will get the D8. And let's make this my favorite foe as well.
Bonus action, hell yeah.
This is getting very silly. Favorite foe is just Frey.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
So, give me the numbers all up. And another 11, so 32 by the looks of it.
Yes,
Plus-
yes, that's correct.
Yep. 32 is pretty good against the shrimp.
Yep. And now for my second attack.
Yeah.
Which doesn't have advantage, but I do have 2 lots of inspiration, so
That's true.
I am going to do a sharp shot again against. How is the shrimp looking now?
Oh, look. It's a bit skewered. I wouldn't... It's not bloodied. Put it that way.
Okay, great. In this case, let's go the ham.
Is it that Sarah is within 30 feet of the target, or you?
Me.
Right. Because she's within 30 feet of the target, but not you.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
She's
the ham.
imbuing my weapon with a thing, so.
Right, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Go for the ham.
Is there any way of me maneuvering myself a little bit to be within 30 feet of her, or nah? I'm happy to leave it.
Sorry, you just said be as far away from things as possible. Sarah is quite close to a thing.
Yeah.
So,
No,
yeah.
that's fine. Yeah. Cool.
The grape is like right next to her.
Yeah. You know what? That is going to hit, but I'm going to roll it again anyway to just get me down to a neutral,
Yep.
right? Rather than just
Having to
living
remember.
with 2 different. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So
No-
a dirty
no crit,
20.
but a filthy 20 does indeed. 18?
So 18.
18 on the ham.
No more bonuses on that.
And it was 18. Wow. That's an even 50 damage in that round. Well done. Thank you, Redding. Cool. Good job. Next.
Sarah dodges.
Sarah dodges. And then it's the enemies. The bread is going to attack the T-Rex.
Yeah, fuck him up. I mean, that's me. Don't fuck
That's
him
you.
up.
Yeah. Those are both going to hit. But, you know, never mind. 8, 9, 17, 23. No, 22. 22. So many things in this fight. Pseudopod bite.
Yeah.
22, 28 points of piercing.
Oof, okay.
Oh, I apologize. No, 28 points of piercing and acid combined.
Okay.
From the 2 bite attacks that hit you. And that's that. Then the one that is attacking Mrs. Claus is...
That'd be the cheese.
That a cheese is going to attack Mrs. Claus. Remind me, I didn't grapple you, did I? No.
No, not that
Pseudopod
first
attack
time.
first then. That's a natural 20.
I think that hits.
So I do grapple you this time. For 1d8 bludgeoning. Plus, so that's a full 13 points of bludgeoning. And you are now grappled by the cheese, which is lucky. I had advantage on that attack. I just say it now in case anybody wants to silvery barbs me, but I
do not have a spell slot.
I did hit, but I did not crit. So, we have 7 piercing and a further 5 acid on Mrs. Claus.
Whoa. Cool.
Redding, the coins are going to roll 15 feet towards you, getting to 5 feet, but not like they're 10 feet away from you. They're not 5 feet.
Yeah.
So there is a 5-foot gap between them and you. So they do not have the ability to attack you. And the... What was it that was attacking you? The shrimp is going to scuttle towards you. You, however, move 40 feet away from it, so it is only 10 feet away from you now. Indeed, it is going to use its action to dash and be within melee of you.
I feel like a dashing giant shrimp tail is actually worse.
Absolutely, very upset. With an arrow sticking out of where its face should be. But there's a whole bunch of other eyes and sticks sticking out of it. Not nice. What else have we got? Oh, by the way, audience, please type !ticket in chat to enter the giveaway that is going on this evening for a wonderful Troll Lord Games giveaway. Who else have we got? Hjort is currently being ignored because he just stood up again. So the one that is going for Sarah is going to attack Sarah. That's the grapple does not hit. However, let us see for the bite. Also doesn't hit. Yeah, it's because she's flying. It's dodgy. Well, I'm pretty confident a 12 doesn't. Or 13 actually.
No, it's a 17, but they have disadvantage anyway.
Yep. The ham is also... It was like, wait, I was grappling that T-Rex, so it's going to go and grapple the T-Rex. I think both of them are just going to gang up on the T-Rex. That kind of makes sense. It hits you with its pseudopod for 9 bludgeoning, and then gets advantage on its bite attack, which will also hit 24 for... Ooh. 11 piercing and 5 acid.
Aha, so 16.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
And, there you go. I'm pretty sure that's all of them. Did the grape on Sarah, did the bread and the ham on Damien, did the shrimp on Redding, and did the cheese on Claws. Yep, cool. Excellent. Then it's the lair action, and this time there isn't many of you who are within a sort of a decent area. 30-foot square is going to be enough to get Hjort and Damien.
Josh, question. Did you roll for the big mimic as well when I scanned things?
I did. It also failed. It is not, but it cannot move away from you.
Okay.
However, I will rule that it can't use its lair actions on you. So I am going to use this drool feature on Damien and Claws, because they are within 30 feet of each other. So please both make me dex saves. You are grappled.
Okay, so that means disadvantage?
I think so. Or does it? I don't think it does, actually. That's restrained, which isn't the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I fail anyway.
Me too.
Okay. Yeah, does it... Mrs. Claus, what's your bonus? Dex bonus.
I don't have one as polar bear.
Okay. In which case, yeah, you do fail. So you're both,
+1 anyway.
both going to take some acid damage as acid leaks up from the ground underneath your feet. A puddle, you find yourself both standing in a puddle of greeny pinky ooze, and you take 9 acid damage as the drool, basically the table starts to salivate. And we go back to the top of the order. You're doing extremely well. You have done, I'll tell you for free, 345 points of damage so far.
Ow.
Until I actually get to hit.
Well, yes. So, Damien, or should I say Mr. T-Rex, what do you do?
Yeah, Damien tries to like stand up as much as the ham and the bread around him allow that, and roars and says, "Equity, see how Papa does it." And,
but it's just raw.
Yeah, raw.
Equity understands somehow. He was just one of those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
They
one
now
of those.
both speak T-Rex.
Yeah, who is the most damaged around me?
The ham.
The ham. Okay.
The ham
in that
would be
case,
technically
the
bloodied.
ham. Oh, sweet.
It's leaking.
Okay. Does the 14 hit?
A 14 to hit the ham. Yes.
Oh, sweet. Beautiful.
You'd have to use your
tis
mouth.
ham.
You'd have to use your bite because
Yes,
it's on
I
your
am
tail.
biting. Yeah. For sure. I am biting
Oh.
the ham. So that's 4d12s
Uh-huh.
plus 7. Oh, that's pretty fucking good, though.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
So that's 43 plus 7. So that's
50.
15 one attack.
I love polymorph.
That's
Luckily,
good. Oh,
hams
shit.
are vulnerable to teeth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
turns out.
exactly. I'll bite the chunk out. Holy shit.
Hams are in fact vulnerable to being eaten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anything, that's their
Oh, he loves
primary
hams.
vulnerability. Yeah. Cool. How do you do this?
Yeah.
How do you
T-Rex
kill
just
the mattress ham?
tears out a chunk of ham and starts eating it, just like looking at the bread next to it, like you're next.
Yeah, the ham goes limp
I need
and
some carbs.
the rest of it falls off your tail.
King.
The bread
making a
is sort of
sandwich.
wrapped around your leg. Actually, no, it's
I'm on paleo.
It was your arm was stuck in it, so now one of your tiny T-Rex arms has a chunk of bread the size of a mini miner attached to it, just sort of hanging off. So yeah, tail attack might be tricky on the bread.
Okay, can I do another bite then?
No, you have to do a tail attack. It's a bite and a tail, I think, with the T-Rex.
Well, then
but you can do something
my
else.
best.
You could wander over and slap the thing that's trying to eat Mrs. Claus with the tail.
True. Okay, who is in trouble? Who looks like
Well,
they're
Mrs.
in
Claus is the
trouble
one
right
who's concentrating on your polymorph.
Let's
Yeah,
gang up.
probably. Yeah, let's gang the fuck up. Yeah, I'm gonna leave bread. If it wants to attack me, it can try.
Just
Oh, no,
checking,
it's on
Mrs.
you.
Claus, you've been making con saves, right, for the damage?
Shit.
It's pass. It's pass.
It was only the one, wasn't it?
You got drooled
The
on
last
and
turn.
bitten.
Okay, are these rolling for anyone?
I'm seeing a 12,
Oh.
which is a pass.
Are these rolling?
I'm seeing one has, but the other's going to
Ah.
appear to. There's a 2 and an 8
Huh?
and a
Okay,
14.
they just all rolled at once.
Yeah, right. Weird. I see a 2 and
Okay,
8 and a
what were they?
14. Plus a con.
I see a 17 and a 12 and a 2.
It's like it came
Why
up.
is
We
there a
decided to
2?
roll some custom rolls. Weirdly.
Just roll like
what the
physical
fuck?
then, if it's being a little fucky wucky.
No, we just add 3 to this. Oh,
10.
it's a 10.
Okay.
Also,
And then add
Don't
3
forget
to
that Ardana
this.
gave you inspiration
Yeah.
if you need it.
Cool. No,
Also-
I'm just rolling
okay.
proper custom rolls and
There you
then
go.
adding the 3 because it
Is
was
the
Yeah.
T-Rex vegan? Fortunately, no, Psycho. A big explosion glows off in the background. It's morning time to go super samurai fire symbol. Hey, RC, good to see you, mate. Alrighty, yeah, there is a T-Rex, and there is still a T-Rex. That was
I'm still a
close,
T-Rex.
but yeah, I think
That's
you took three attacks over the course of the last round, Claus. But yeah, the T-Rex can.
3.
I think so, yeah, but I saw you roll 3 and pass 3. The first one came up good.
I can only see 2.
Alright. Yeah. I
know
saw a
really
bunch
what's
that
going
didn't,
on.
but yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I've got
Okay.
heaps that didn't come
DM
up
is
at all.
giving it to you. Let's not question it.
No, I just want to know
Yeah.
what's going on with my D&D beyond.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah, Damien, tail attack.
I have a tail attack. I'm gonna attack the person who, or like the creature who is attacking Mrs. Claus. Okay, that's a 24 to hit. I assume it does. And then it's 5 plus 6, that's 11, plus 2, that's 13, plus 7, so 20 bludgeoning damage overall.
20 on the cheese.
20 on the cheese.
Do they? Are they not? They're not. No. Okay, cool. Yeah, 20 on the cheese. Ooh. Okay. Yep. Great. Next is Claus. You are being grappled by a cheese. Damien is being grappled by a bread, but the bread is... It's stuck to you, but it's not stopping you moving around.
Get breaded.
Get
Wait, I've got the
rolled,
cheese.
son.
T-Rex, delicious.
I've just got the cheese. I've got the cheese. You just
Yeah.
killed the ham. We're making a sandwich. It's
Yeah.
so good.
There's
Anyway,
a pickle that you haven't seen yet.
Yeah. The grapes are for the wine. So polar bear. I can also multi-attack.
Excellent.
I'm going to use my claws first, as I am going to try to rake on this piece of cheese.
Cut off slices. Yep.
Yeah, just cut off a few
It's-
chunks.
it is a
for the
pretty-
sandwich.
It is a very. It's quite a runny brie.
Yeah.
This is a +7 to hit. Tell me if this rolls for It's rolled for me. It's rolled a crit for me. Has it rolled a crit for everybody else?
Yeah, dude, that's a 27.
Woo!
That is enough to
Nice.
hit. So-
I hope so. It's cheese.
Max on the damage plus the dice.
Well, so 2d6 plus 5 is my damage.
So that's 12 plus 2d6 plus 5.
plus 2d6 plus 5. So
17
it's going to
plus
be
whatever
17
you roll.
plus.
11. That's
17.
massive. That's almost
Yeah.
max.
Yeah.
So that's 26. 28 on the cheese.
28 on the
Yes.
cheese. I'm going to have a bite of some bread. I'm going to try to anyways. I'm going to jump up and try to bite on this bread. And I am going to miss because you're so tall.
Do you want to use...
I'm really swinging. Yeah, sure. I'll use my inspiration. I'm really swinging from one extreme to another.
Yeah, wow, it is. 19
There's
is a
26
hit.
to hit.
This is on the bread, yes?
Yeah, as I do
Okay.
1d8 plus 5. Yummy bread damage. 6 on the dice, so
Yummy
11.
bread damage.
11.
I get 11 bite of bread.
11.
Oh, and I told Ardana I was going to show her my shirt because they were talking about Magnus Archives in chat. So it's the Magnus Protocol shirt.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
That's cool.
Anyway, as promised.
Ah, pretty.
Woof. Hjort, it's your turn.
Woo.
What seems to be the most threatening thing? One moment my cat just stepped on my keyboard. How to get rid of that?
The most threatening thing... I mean, to you, pretty much nothing, actually. Everything's sort of focusing on the T-Rex and the polar bear. Redding's got a bunch of stuff gathered around him, or in the process of doing so. Yeah, I mean, there is an angry shrimp tail and a couple of big coins, not dissimilar to the little one that's in your pocket, are like surrounding Redding. But the grape can't reach Sarah, and Damien and Claus seem perfectly fine with the bread and cheese combo. So those are the injured things, are the bread and the cheese. The shrimp's been hit a bit, the coins are fine, and the grape is mostly okay.
I don't want to
Anyone
get close to anything, so what I am going to do is I am going to viciously mock the thing that is the most damaged.
Hard to say, to look at, but probably the bread. No, probably the cheese.
Yeah, so he's just going to... he's weak, he's injured, he's not a happy boy. He doesn't have much of a sense of humor left at this point, so he's just going to be just nothing but stale milk anyway. And, cast, Vicious Mockery.
Nice.
Wisdom save or...
Wisdom save from the cheese.
Absolutely unbelievable.
Nice. That was cheesy,
that joke.
you know it.
That
Yes.
joke was not Gouda.
It's-
Jess,
yeah,
I'm gonna
first thing-
gonna let you keep that inspiration that you have over your head still. That was very
Sure.
funny.
I could give
Yeah.
it to Terris. 'Cause it's-
I've still
Terris
got
is-
one.
Okay.
Terris, it got a 17 on the dice.
Okay, it passes. Balls.
He probably doesn't
Um,
understand the nuances of a very clever joke.
No. I'm sorry, my cats are arguing. That's all I really have right now. Oh wait, no, I can telekinetically shove something.
You can. Hey, Terris, One of the coins is quite near the edge of the table.
Yeah, can I telekinetically shove that?
What's the range on it?
30 feet.
You have to move a bit closer, but yes, you could avoid
I'll move
combat.
a little closer.
You'd have to get within
and-
about 10 feet of something, but you could absolutely shove one of the coins off the table. Or at least certainly try.
Yep, okay, I will do that. And I will try and telekinetically shove. Yeah, he will use the force to shove like 5
Terris.
feet away from himself.
Yeah. The one of these ones that is gathered around Redding is going to get shoved. How does it work? Do I make a save?
Yeah, you need to make a strength save.
Oh, Terris. My first crit fail of the day.
Okay, so it gets shoved 5 feet away from me and presumably off the table.
It does. The floor is
Bye-bye.
a good distance away. Let us say, can you roll me 5d6s?
I can.
Oh.
There are 3 6s in there for 26.
26.
Yeah, 5 6, 3 6s
Yep.
and 2 4s.
26. Terris, you did it.
Nice.
The tavern around you roars, the table quaking in pain, and again you find the world shifting around you, the table dropping away beneath you, and again you find yourself in the main room of the tavern, back to normal size, though much of the furniture is now gone, and the patrons are missing. Instead, a humanoid figure seems to have been extruded from the wall behind the bar. Webs of pale lilac filament stretch taut as the discolored but unmistakable face of John Joe looms over you. The building shudders with his hoarse voice. You're proving to be quite a nuisance! And Terris, can you make me a perception check, please?
I can. Perception. I've got 7 to that. I'm going to use my not my bardic inspiration. I'm going to burn my inspiration though.
Yeah.
Worse. 13.
The 13 actually was enough. But I'll happily let you burn any inspirations you have. And Terris, you notice next to the door your antlers, one of which had the little locket that Dr. Stein gave you.
Excellent.
If you will recall what he told you to do with it.
To press the pink thing, right? Or the purple thing.
And hold it down for a few seconds. That would
And hold it
summon
down for a
him
few seconds.
if you found his brother or his tower.
Right. Can I dive at that, or would that need to be next turn?
You have used most of your action. You have used your entire
Excellent.
movement this round, so that is the end of your turn. But you are
Can he
about
instruct
30
the
feet
others
away from
about
the
it?
door. You absolutely can.
Yes, just my left antler over there. There's a locket. If someone were to grab the locket and hold down the purple thing, we'd get a bit of help.
Yeah. He says that. And it's Redding's turn. Redding, you are back where you were. Actually, Redding, you are now back along the top wall, almost exactly halfway along the wall. All of your enemies that were attacking you are gone. However, the enemies that were attacking you before are back. So the Mirror Mimic is back, as are the 3 swarms. The stool is also still up. And has locked eyes back on the T-Rex. Different T-Rex, it doesn't know that.
Yeah.
This one's a
The-
male T-Rex.
Yeah, but they have the same eyes. They're clearly related.
Yeah, clearly related, yeah. Less green, it's a bit redder.
Yeah. The last place that I was in the tavern was standing on top of a table. Am I still there?
You
or
have
am
moved, because you dashed a long way
Okay.
across, yeah.
How far away am I from the entrance with this locket?
Probably
on,
about 30 feet.
The horn. Okay, and no enemies currently in melee with me?
Nope. No, there weren't anywhere. So, there is about halfway across the room, there is a barrel at the top edge. You are standing next to that barrel. And there is
Okay.
no enemies near it. The tankards are all on the bar, which is where they were before. Sarah is still hovering over the bar because you haven't told her to move. The T-Rex and the T-Rex and the polar bear are occupying a good portion of the floor space in the left-hand side of the room, and Hjort is sort of standing next to them. Hjort is standing next to that barrel in the middle of the room.
Do I have enough speed with 35 foot of movement to get to the locket?
Yep.
Great. I do that.
You get to the locket. It is a little gold, charm bracelet, essentially, but it has only one charm on it, which is a little lump of blue goo, essentially. It looks very organic, something nasty. It's not gross to touch, but it is quite squishy. And it is veined with little purple veins that seem to pulse as you pick it up. And Hjort's instruction was to squeeze it.
Yes, I do that.
You do that, and as you do, a very strange man appears in the center of the room. Teleported pretty much right next to you, actually. So actually at the doorway. He comes in, blinking, and stands looking around, a bit shocked. He is a rather strange individual, a human man by the looks of him, though wearing a mechanical suit constructed of brass and strange metallic green stone, on top of which is a somber suit complete with tailcoat. Around his neck, a glass fishbowl helmet encases his head, though a speaker grill obscures his mouth, and a monocle is affixed onto the outside. A top hat is balanced precariously on top, and he is holding a cane jauntily in his left hand. And the whole thing looks badly in need of laundering. He comes in and says, Oh, goodness me. Hello there.
I'm with him. And I point at Hjort.
Right.
Hello.
Jolly good. And then he looks over and sees the figure sort of stuck to the wall, sort of Han Solo'd in carbonite, but with pinky purpley veins sort of sticking to his face and neck all over the wall. And he says, Oh my, how awful. John Joe, look what you've done to my study. He gestures around the room. Raising his mechanical hand, Stein's fingers split and extends, and soon he has 20 digits on each hand, each performing complex movements and producing...
Oh, so he's an AI.
A little bit. Why not?
He's an AI art, yeah.
No. We know how Daria feels about them, and I share it. Produce glowing green, light green runes in midair. These swoop across the room and adhere to his half-brother, wrenching the body from the wall and drawing it into another locket that he holds up. And with a final tortured scream, No! John Joe Star is bound within the locket. With a sound like 100 wet farts, the structure of the tavern begins to fold in on itself, squeezing the air through the flapping doors that flutter loosely in their frames. Astringent gases bubble out of the floor, filling the room with a stinging humidity. The floor compresses under the weight of your footsteps, making movement almost impossible. A yellow liquid begins to fill the room at an alarming rate as the furniture turns into shapeless mush. I think we'd best be off, folks.
Let's fuck off.
This is a skill challenge to escape. Please pick a relevant skill that you could justify to get out of this building. The DC is 15, and you need, between the four of you, 3 successes. Don't forget the baby.
Yeah, I will not forget the baby.
So, I'm gonna use strength and just try to go through the wall next to me.
Love it. Make a, I would say athletics if either you or the polar bear are proficient.
I am proficient. Oh!
Rough. You do have inspiration.
Yep. I do have inspiration and I'm gonna use it.
Yep.
Good idea.
Oh, 21.
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah! The polar bear goes straight through the wall. There is
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Polar bear shaped hole in the wall. Daffy Duck style. Ready.
Yeah, you said that there were both empty windows and a hole in the ceiling?
Yeah.
Okay.
The hole in the ceiling only goes up to the upper floor.
Right. Okay. Well, I mean, Sarah is gonna fly through a window.
Yeah.
And I would like to make an acrobatics check to like basically apply the floor is digestive fluids, and just bounce across tables and stuff.
Love it. Okay, acrobatics, please. Lawrite says, what is it about this year's version of Candlekeep and not using already existing doors? Yes.
To be fair, multiple of those instances have been me.
And related to Hjort as well, actually.
True.
And also, we did try to use this door.
In fairness, yeah, the
That door tried to eat me.
We learned from our mistakes, okay?
Yeah. That door successfully ate you. If we consider putting something into your mouth, eating it, that door succeeded. 23 gets Redding sort of ninja hopping from table to table to table. The floor is eating me lava goo out of one, I think out of another window, out of a different window. Which is funny because he was pretty much standing next to the door. But yeah, he takes the long way, ushering Sarah before him. The T-Rex!
Yeah, the T-Rex. Okay, I have a question. Do I have my mental capacities?
I believe so.
Okay, good.
Not with polymorph, but it'd be funny if you did.
Not with polymorph. No.
No.
You retain your alignment and your sort of what you would do, but you're not smart.
Let's just pull an Ice Age. You know how Sid goes through the wall and then...
Yeah.
And then Manny,
My
yeah.
strength is off the charts. But can I use strength?
Yeah?
Okay, sweet.
It
So
would be acrobatics. It would be athletics, which you were not necessarily proficient. I would say T-Rex would be proficient with athletics.
Maybe. But in any case, he will gently take the helmet with with equity
I
in
think
his
scooping
mouth.
in his mouth. Yep.
Yeah. Like
How majestic
the
the
excavator.
mummy crocodile picks up the baby crocodile in its mouth. Yep.
Yeah. And with the tail, actually, the T-Rex will do a full spin and like a little Beyblade will, with a tail, try to propel itself into the wall and out skis.
Love it.
Yep. So that's
Athletics with a plus of whatever 7 or 9 or something. Yeah.
7 plus 3. Okay, that's a 20. It's a dirty 20.
Filthy 20. Yes.
Yeah.
Where does the T-Rex go through the wall?
At this point, he's spinning so much. It's up to you. I don't know where I am.
I think T-Rexes can jump quite far, and you're like, oh, that hole in the roof, that looks good. So you actually go through the hole in the roof that Hjort made with the moonbeam, and through the wall on the second floor.
Nice.
And yeah.
Second floor. Is that where the books are?
It was where the books were. However, you go through the wall to get out of the building. You have 6 seconds. What a shame about the books.
Yeah, fuck. Okay. Question. With equity in my grasp, can she grab one of the books with her little paw?
It's a very high DC. Make an acrobatics check for equity.
What's her bonus?
No,
Does she have any?
it is a flat roll. This is a baby goblin. In your mouth.
Baby goblin.
Do you
If
have
anyone gives
inspiration?
me I don't, but if I had, wouldn't that be great right now?
And you have 7.1k.
Well, the first roll is pretty shit. Do I have inspiration?
I guess the viewers hate babies.
Yeah, no.
Viewers don't give a
It's
shit
just
about
books. Renegade Chicken bought a D4 bonus for Daria. You can add a D4 to it for the baby goblin.
Okay.
How did you get? What did you get? Because I'll tell you whether or not
not
to
good.
waste it.
It's not good. I'll tell you that right now. If I had an inspiration, I'd have another chance.
No, it's been too long.
I have 7.1k.
Okay, then yeah.
You do not get the
It was
books.
a 9 on the die.
Okay, yeah. Don't waste the D4. You were not going to hit
Yeah.
the DC. Yeah.
Thank you though.
The
Ow,
baby's
thank you very
hand grabs out as it goes by, but no, you do not get it. Hjort, how do you escape this building?
Hjort seeing
Because your
the
friends
T-Rex,
have left you.
Hjort seeing the T-Rex ascend is going to try and grab on to a to a foot as and sort of hitch a ride up. You can tell me whether that's animal handling or like what.
It's
you
trying to
think that would be.
handle an animal, but it's not animal handling. That would be either acrobatics or athletics, your pick.
I'll take I'll take acrobatics.
Yep.
Technically, this would be manhandling.
Well,
That's a 12.
it's reptile handling, actually. 12. I'm gonna say if Daria would donate the D4.
Donate that.
Yes,
Sorry.
I would absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
Because
I'll
it is
roll the
related
D4.
to Daria. 50-50 chance. Come on. Big money. Oh!
13.
13.
So, can I say that he drops down where the books are? Then?
Yeah, you managed to latch onto about halfway, and you land where the books are. You find a small pile of books. Actually, it's not a small pile. It's a fucking huge pile. It is a cart containing, like, a full, like, wagon containing probably 300-400 books. Maybe more.
Huh.
You have that was your movement, I will say. So you have an action,
Yeah.
and you're next to them on the upper floor, which is collapsing beneath you.
Okay.
Use it to dash. Just
Yeah, he's going to.
can't lose.
Yeah, he's going to attempt to dash. Actually,
Like the T-Rex made a
Question.
big old hole in the wall
yeah.
on the
question.
way out. Yes.
This is sort of like an obstacle course, right?
Essentially, yes.
Sort of like a maze.
If you do not leave the building, something nasty will happen at the end of your
Yeah,
turn.
but the exit to get out of here would be kind of like a maze,
Not
right?
really. There is a hole in the wall,
Okay.
the
Can he
size
try
of a
and grab-
T-Rex.
Can he try and grab the cart and bounce out of there?
Sure, it's a very heavy cart. You're on an upper floor, but yes, make a. It's
He'll take
definitely,
the damage and faint. He doesn't care.
definitely strength.
Strength check.
To get
I've got
the
a plus
cart
1 to
moving.
that. 16.
The cart begins to move slowly at first, but and you are definitely going to spend another turn in this room. But it is starting
That's
to
okay.
move towards the hole in the wall that the T-Rex made on their way out.
Yep.
Um,
Eventually what he intends to do is just jump out there and take the damage, even
Yeah.
if the cart falls atop him.
Hjort. Okay, Hjort. Please make me a dexterity saving throw, because you are about to get hit by a whole mess of drool.
Yep. 22.
Okay, for half. 7 points of acid damage, Hjort. As
He's
this
still okay.
nasty yellow fluid is dripping down around you. The walls just sort of... It's like being inside a tent as it's falling in. But sort of slowed down a little bit. And you, the rest of you find yourselves outside. The bamboozled Dr. Stein literally just appears in a puff of smoke next to Damien. Or actually, no, probably next to Redding, the only humanoid he can see. And he goes, "Gosh, that was exciting. So you found John Joe? Good job. Dr. Stein. Wait. Let's sort this out first. Yeah, Hjort is the only one who is still inside. Hjort. The cart is moving. What do you do?
While holding the cart and dragging it, he is going to dash out the hole.
Very well.
I know he's on the second floor.
Yep.
If he happens to fall to his death, that is fine.
Okay.
He would rather save the books and save himself.
Hjort, you...
Can I do anything to assist?
Yes, I will say you can each do something to assist. You see Hjort pulling the cart out the window. And Roro has just gifted an inspiration to whom I'm thinking it's probably going to be Hjort. But yes, hey Roro, nice to see you, my dear. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Hjort, just in case.
I would like to use an action and a first level spell slot to pick up the hollow stone egg that Sarah came out of,
Sure.
and kind of like a Pokeball, like summon her back, and then it turns black and launch it up into the tavern again, and Sarah hatches out of it again, but this time she is a black dragon.
Immune to
resistant to acid.
Mark.
So she is going to do whatever is appropriate to assist, whether that is taking the cart or literally taking Hjort on her back.
Yeah, she can carry him, but she can't fly while carrying him, can he? Can she? Yeah. Good. Sarah, what would you prefer? She can either push or carry.
He's very much about the books. I'd prefer her to push.
Okay. Sarah pushes the books. Anybody else? The T-Rex is landed. Yes.
Yep. The T-Rex will, because T-Rex is a wizard. T-Rex can do a magic thing of like falling down on his back and preparing his jiggly soft belly for a soft landing of Hjort. Over here, buddy. Over here.
And I am going to use that jiggly soft belly as a trampoline, as I'm going to attempt to get a running jump and attempt to throw myself up into that second floor. And
Daria, you have
T-Rex.
inspiration for the jiggly soft belly from the T-Rex.
Oh, valid.
All this T-Rex tummy play is definitely someone's kink. I don't know who.
Don't want to meet him.
I'm right here. I'm right here.
So I didn't want
I've
to call
already
you
met
out.
her.
Oh, no.
And I'm going to attempt to make the jump up to the second floor and wrap myself around Hjort for the fall.
Right. Very well. Yeah. Make an athletics check.
Cool. 12. Hjort just fall onto me.
As it turns out, Damien's belly is not particularly bouncy. It's absorbent, but it doesn't spring particularly well. It's not very much of a trampoline. I don't know if you've ever jumped on a T-Rex. They're quite firm creatures, actually. It's definitely softer than the ground, but not a lot softer than the ground, and that's the problem. So yeah, you don't get air. Like you would have hoped. However, Sarah does manage to help Hjort. So Hjort, you are now being helped. You are taking the help, receiving the help action. So please make this final check with advantage
And what check am I making?
to pull the cart. I think.
So strength
Yes.
with advantage. I only have a +1. 12.
Oh, okay.
It would be athletics, right? So
I mean, it would be athletics if you're proficient.
Oh, athletics. Yeah, I'm half
Yeah.
proficient.
Okay. Add another 1 or 2.
So 13.
13.
Wait, athletics is a +2, so yeah,
Yeah.
13.
13. All right. Hjort, you managed to increase the
Oh,
speed.
I've got inspiration.
Yes, but you already had advantage.
yeah.
Alright, so it doesn't matter.
I mean, you can if you like. Go on. One more roll.
Yeah, I'll give
not
it a go.
not
I'll give it a
double,
go.
but one more. Yeah. Hey, there it is. Yeah, Hjort, you managed to increase the speed with Sarah's help pushing. Sarah gets behind, and in fact, actually, it's probably Sarah's muscle that just shoves it, and all of a sudden it picks up quite a lot of speed and propels you ahead of it out of the window. Hjort, I'm gonna roll a d6 of falling damage which is I'm halving. It would have been 2d6 onto the T-Rex's tummy. You take 3 falling damage onto the T-Rex's tummy.
I'm still awake.
Oh, and then the cart falls on
Nice.
you.
Can he have somehow met the bear halfway through the jump?
I think the bear can somehow meet the cart halfway through the jump. The bear
Awesome.
sort of picks himself back up again. The bear. So this is an interception check.
Alright.
I think acrobatics, not athletics. To
Okay.
sort of intercept the cart on the way to the T-Rex as well is going to croak. No, yeah. Polar bears can't jump, as it turns out. And a cart drops
bears
on
can't jump.
Hjort and Damien.
Not
So
the same thing, Terris.
Yeah, that was the point I was making. Yeah, that was the joke I was going for. Does 5 more bludgeoning damage as a pile of books and cart drops on Hjort. Hjort, how are you looking?
Unconscious.
Oh!
Unconscious.
Hjort is unconscious under a pile of books, but you are all out of the building.
Worth it.
Right.
This is gonna be the dumbest fucking series of events that I've ever. I use a bonus action and cast Healing Spirit.
Yeah, I'm gonna immediately drop my wild shape and cast a 3rd level Cure Wounds.
That means I'm out of T-Rex as well.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh
You get
no,
the 12
I think
and then
T-Rex is
all of
still up.
ratings.
Cure Wounds isn't concentration, so the T-Rex is still up.
Oh, nice.
And there is a cart of books on its tummy. And
That's
a baby
12
goblin in
healing
its mouth.
and a D6, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
plenty.
if we're
You're out of combat.
then
You are rest.
D6s.
And then,
Also 3d6.
and then
okay,
12
so
from me.
And
5 and then 2d6.
I'm not
And,
dropping that concentration until
Dr.
you're out from
Stein
underneath the cart.
Dr. Stein sort of dusts himself off and says, "Oh my goodness. Hjort! Oh no! And he reaches out towards the cart, and the cart sort of is enveloped with a green mist and lifts off the T-Rex and shifts sideways, and then he goes, no, and all of his 20 fingers just flicker, and book after book after book after book just stack themselves neatly back in the cart.
That would have been convenient to have done about 6 seconds ago.
I'm sorry. I'm a thinker, not a fighter. I don't do well under pressure. Pleasure to meet you. And he gets all of his fingers back into just 5 on each hand, and he says, Doctor Francis Stein. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. Hjort, are you okay? And he tries to. He's surprisingly strong. Hjort helps you off the T-Rex. He says, "You're I believe everything's safe now. That's
I've been better, but I will live by some miracle of friendship.
My dear fellow, that was exceptionally brave of you to save such important learning and knowledge. Congratulations, all of you. Thank you so very much for helping with that. I think you have not only found my and he holds up the locket, illustrious half brother, but also my tower. That's it. I don't know what the hell he did to it, but that's it.
That's a mimic.
It was my tower. It is now a dead mimic. Have any of you ever seen the spell, Mr. I'm sorry, I never caught your name. And he goes to Damien. You have the look of a wizard about you.
It's still a T-Rex.
It is still a T-Rex. But he does say, and then you
I will drop concentration.
I would advise doing it after he's put the goblin out of his mouth.
I would.
Otherwise, there's a spiky. Yeah. So Damien reappears holding a spiky baby Bjorn.
Once you spit it out, you know the Mario, the drill, and you get smaller. That happens to Damien.
And he says,
yes.
have you ever seen the spell? Have you ever witnessed the casting of the spell, Even Greater Restoration?
Can't say that I have, but I did notice Damien Cramp Esquire for
A pleasure, Dr. Francis Stein. Pleasure.
Very good. I did sense a presence of failed necromancy magic in the place.
Yes. Look, if I had to make a supposition, Dondre was always interested in becoming a lich, and if he tried,
as am I.
If he, well, I wouldn't recommend doing it in. I wouldn't recommend doing it in my tower. So what I can only surmise happened is he attempted to create a phylactery and inadvertently bound himself to my tower, thus turning it. My tower is biomantically created, so any sort of attempt to do that would. He bound himself to it and sort of became a mimic with my tower a little bit, and he was the brain of it. Would be my in supposition. I'll have to do a little bit more research to see if I can figure it out. Anyway. cracks his knuckles of his mecha suit that he is wearing, and then performs comfortably the most complicated piece of magic you've ever seen, Damien. In place of the leaking pile of dead Tavern that was there before, is now an elegant wizard tower in about 15 seconds. Composed mostly of coral and fungus, taking the place of the leaking corpse of the mimic. Blast, it'll take months to get the wards back, and even longer to calm Mother down. I fancy I shan't resurrect her for a while. You've got your books. Standing next to the building is a small cart practically overloaded with books. He says, I shall stand by my offer to Hjort and his friends of before. I assume you're all fellow employees of the Candlekeep. The offer was 500 gold pieces to find my brother and my tower. Congratulations, you've done both of them, so I think 500 gold pieces is only fair. If any of you are a wizard, I'm happy to teach you a biomancy spell. You see, I'm pioneering a new school of magic. Biomancy is sort of my forte. If Damien would like to learn False Life, Long Strider, Alter Self, Dark Vision, Spider Climb, Haste, Water Breathing, or Stone Skin...
One of them?
One of them. He will teach you it for free.
I think haste.
Haste? Damien learns haste.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In one hand, I shall wield slow. In other, haste.
Yes, you are master of
Slow
time.
and fast.
Yeah, you become chronomancer, weirdly enough, out of this biomancy thing. And he says, pleasure. I can probably also lend you the use of here. And he takes out of his pocket a whistle, which he holds up to the mouth grill, like the speaker grill of his. He doesn't blow it, but he does and there's bubbles come out because there's sort of a mist flowing around inside of his suit, inside of his glass fishbowl helmet. But a whistling noise come out of it, and a large, it is an owlbear, but you know one of those sun-eater birds, the like the birds of paradise things with the it's purple and yellow plumage, and it sort of lumbers out of the tree line and roars, and its mouth forms into a perfect like yellow diamond sort of thing, with a black stripe down the middle, like a massive yellow eye. And he says, this is George. George is perfectly tame, as long as you don't feed him cheese. We'll happily pull your cart for you, and don't take him beyond the woods though. And so he'll get you going. A bear of paradise, exactly. Thank you so much. I shall, yes, I have a lot to get on with, so a pleasure meeting all of you. And he hands Damien basically a scroll of haste, essentially, and Damien insta-learns it. He actually takes an hour or two and shows Damien the tricks, but we're not going to roleplay that. If anybody has anything they would like to say or do to Dr. Stein other than combat, I wouldn't advise it. You can, and then we'll end the session there.
Let's fuck off back to Candlekeep.
Yeah, I immediately
Hjort would just thank Dr. Stein for all his help.
Absolute pleasure, my dear fellow. If you're ever in this neck of the woods, again, I am happy to share tea with you if you happen upon my tower. Pleasure to always fellow survivors of terrifying encounters.
I do like tea.
Splendid.
Might find a set of antlers in.
If you would like them back,
I shed them yearly. But they do make nice ornaments if you were interested in them. Or perhaps you can affix them to some fell creature that you make.
He had already pulled the face of it had stopped, he'd gone to his thinking face just before you said that. He said, well, I'm glad I have your permission. Thank you very much. A pleasure, ladies, gentlemen. And he fucks off. And
said the little thing, the bird bear thing's name was George.
George, yes.
Cool. I'm immediately going to cast Speak with Animals and just wander over and like, oh, hello, George. How are you? And that's enough.
Yeah. You have a lovely chat with George.
Yeah.
Explain to him that you're going to hitch him up to the cart, and you go back to Candlekeep, and you all level up. Indeed, everybody levels up. Level 9, baby.
Ow, ow, ow.
Nice.
And you all have 125 gold pieces apiece. As does, I will say, everybody, because it's fair, the entire team. So yeah, Roro, consider yourself 125% gold richer for the cost of only a single inspiration. Well done. Guys, that was splendid. We have been going for 4 hours now. I've kept these guys very late. It's the East Coasters probably want bed. So we will have
1 a.m.
everyone's favorite moment, and then we will fuck right off. So, starting with Brendan, what was your favorite moment of the game?
Of the whole game.
Yep.
It happened towards the end, but I liked Stuart's line, "I'm okay now, thanks to the miracle of friendship."
Yes, that was sweet. Yep. Jess, favorite moment?
I liked being so prepared and keen to use all my stuff and then just being absolutely shitnicks for like 3 rounds in a row. I actually found it really entertaining.
I felt a bit bad, but yeah, great.
No. Like, just being like, you know what? No, actually. I need to balance it for the people who have no fucking hit points. We have a wizard here.
Lorite, there is already a biomancy subclass in Heliana's Guide to Monster Hunting.
Ooh.
It goes to 9th level. Shape Change is a biomancy spell. So is Simulacrum, Flesh to Stone, Stone Skin. Yeah, I don't need to do that one. Cough, I'd be very interested. Yeah, nope, sorry, already done. It's some pretty cool shit. The wizards like get to graft bits of stuff onto them. Like, wizard can have wings, for example, at level 12, I think.
That's cool.
It's kind of artificer-y a bit. Like infusion sort of stuff. Daria, what's your favorite moment?
Well, first of all, I loved that Equity got to be a T-Rex.
Yeah,
Love that.
That was
But my
solid
favorite
work.
part, that I actually wrote down was a sound of 100 wet farts. I was like, ooh, that's powerful.
That was my
enjoyed
least
that.
favorite part.
I want to be clear, that was in the book. I just
That's
decided
beautiful.
to keep it.
Someone wrote that. Someone like 100 wet farts.
Yeah.
That's it.
And Terris, what was your favorite moment?
Oh god, there were so many. Shit. I think I like double T-Rexes, just the idea that we've gotten into that combat.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
really good. I thought, I'm going to cheat because I'm the DM and I can. I thought Terris surviving was pretty fucking impressive, actually. I really thought I was going to get you. And I was like, it would be kind of cool to have a first player death. That would be cool. Not very Christmassy, but pretty cool. But I also don't want to make it a rule that we can't kill you. That just sort of defeats the point a bit. I really enjoyed the T-Rex belly. I agree, Ro. Yes, T-Rex belly from Daria was very fucking funny.
Yes.
The flavor that Claus brought to the cheese eating, the cheese and bread situation, and Redding just being a fucking boss. Just handing it out round after round after round. The utility that you get out of that character is insane, Brendan.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
really, really well done. There we go. So, an excellent session.
There's 2 other favourite moments in chat.
Is there? All over favourite moment was the complete nope when it came to using actual doors. Yep. And the I've learned from my mistake and brought a magic bow.
Yeah, no. I
Did you
forget
trade
that.
out your goggles?
Also, look, this is how Daddy do it. Look, see
Yeah.
how Daddy does it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did
It's
you
such
trade
a
out your
father
goggles?
and daughter bonding moment.
Brendan?
Sorry?
Did you trade out the goggles for a bow?
No, well, the goggles I already had. From last year.
Oh, right.
I traded out an immovable rod, which I never used.
Yeah.
On
For a far more
Thursday's
useful
game,
+1
so-
bow. Yeah, sensible.
Yeah.
Alrighty, guys. Well, that is wonderful and glorious. Thank you so much for playing with us this evening. We, a couple more minutes to please !roll space ticket. No, sorry, just roll ticket. It's dumb. !ticket. in chat to go into the draw to win a Troll Games voucher. And we will do our sign-off. So, Hjort, Terris, who the fuck are you?
Hello, I am Sir Terris, your friendly neighborhood ferret. I can be found playing D&D and other TTRPGs and video games all over the internet where these things are played. I do not yet stream myself, but perhaps one day, and
Nice.
soon nice.
Excellent. Daria?
Who am I? So many things.
A T-Rex.
Yeah, I'm an artist. I'm a T-Rex. I'm an artist. I am a person who plays Humblewood here quite often, but for now, I'm going to be playing. Actually, I'm going to play next Candlekeep session, and then the last of the Candlekeeps, I will be DMing. So that's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Jess, who the heck are you?
All right. I guess goodbye, all. I am Jess. I was Mrs. Claus this year, and I may be next year as well if I'm invited back. But I think tonight was my last scheduled session, so I don't think I'll be seeing
I have a few more of
guys
your availability
around.
in there. If someone drops out, I'll shoot you a message.
Yes, and I'll hopefully be able to make it if someone does.
Hells yeah.
But thank you. If I don't make it back, thank you very much for having me. I've had a great time.
An absolute pleasure. Thank you very much for joining us. Brendan, who the heck are you?
I'm Brendan. You may know me as Eric Shadowmalt Ashbourne from Thursday Night Monsters and Magic, which will be starting up again early next year, probably. I will also be here at the next Candlekeep session, which I believe is being DM'd by Ardana, right?
It's actually going to be the full Monsters and Magic crew, plus, because it's Karen will be playing as well, it's the full Monsters and Magic crew, plus Tony Karlstrom. And Ardana is DMing, yes.
Nice. And this is the first time that I would have been DM'd by Ardana, so I am looking forward to that.
Okay. And Mesdames et Messieurs, Dama und Herren, and beings of indeterminate gender and persuasion, I be Josh the Pirate. You can find me here on my channel, Corsair's Cove, but you know that because you've done it already. Good job, keep doing it. Chuck us a cheeky follow if you can. Hit that sub if you can. We appreciate the heck out of all of your support. Thank you so much for hanging out with us this evening. We've had a lovely time. Guys, I'm going to end that giveaway in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close giveaway. And draw a winner! By Firelight! Wins the
Yay.
Troll Lord Games
Nice.
voucher. Tune in next time, which will be Thursday night, 6 p.m. AWST, which is GMT plus 8, for another giveaway and another episode of Candlekeep, this time run by the marvelous Ardana. Guys, that's awesome. Yes, I will shoot that through to By Firelight. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Guys, yep.
Yay.
We will go away from here now. Troll Lord Games are amazing supporters. Check out them out at trolllord.com and trolllord.com/shop for their shop. That is the official code for it by Firelight. That's where you will use your glorious code. We are also supported by Wootenforge Gaming Accessories. Check them out at wootenforge.com/Corsair's Cove. The Ukrainian folks are still in the middle of a war. It sucks for them. If you have any spare pennies, please consider chucking them over at the Emergency Action Appeal to help out the refugees generated by that war. Let us go and raid somebody, guys. Who have we got? We've got Windy J D&D is playing. Actually, no, DM Workshop does not need our help. Let us say, yeah, let's give it over to Windy J D&D. They're playing some Baldur's Gate 3. That's always good fun. So throw your favorite raid emotes up in chat. Tell Windy J D&D where you came from. Show them the love like we always do. And we will see you same bat time, same bat channel on Thursday night for some more Candlekeep Mysteries. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Whee!